All right, everybody, welcome back. We got the finals, best of 7 for Sigma series, and I'm pretty excited to see this. I'm pretty excited to see these two teams play after kind of a pretty explosive set between Kings and Pro yesterday, and pretty dominating set between TM and APM. The players are in lobby and ready to go, so I am gonna swap over to just show you the two teams that are playing. It's TM versus Coda Conduct Kings, and many of you that have watched these tournaments over the years have definitely seen basically every player here. They're all very strong players. And if we go over and look at the bracket real quick, I can show you. This is basically it. We have a best of 7 today between these two guys. Could be a long best of 7, could be a short one. Really depends on the players and how they do. We'll have to see. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping we get a long series. But I think if we can get them ready, we can just go right into it, you know? Just start setting up the best of 7 and get right into it. But get my maps up. Once again, you do have Hells and I, you're two little yappers for this, for one more day at least.
So wait, there's gonna be more days? What is this?
Look,
this promising outcome.
Look, man, bar tournaments are eternal, okay? They're eternal, and we'll probably keep showing up for these, because we kind of like these bar tournaments. I don't know about you, man, but...
we do end up watching a reasonable amount of this game. Some might even say an unhealthy amount of bar.
Somewhat unhealthy. We're just waiting for the...
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to roll. They're talking to each other.
I'm ready when you guys are. And then Sash is like, LDM, just let us know. Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm blind.
It's okay.
Guy's sending a perm. That's what we like to see.
We hire OS though, little bro. What are we typing, guys? Come on. What are they typing? I think TM's higher seed. Yeah, TM's higher seed, so they roll first, right?
Probably.
I just looked at the team page and I've already forgotten. I'm pretty sure.
It's close though because of Emre and Panda, but I think it'll be TM.
Man.
It's a good thing, you know. It's a good thing that we no longer show the screen.
True.
114
We got a lot of high rolls the last couple days. I'm all for it, but...
Yeah. In the qualifiers, we kept seeing low numbers, but so far we've been pretty lucky with the higher ones.
Okay, it's the Barrier Reef remake. Do you think we're gonna see a reroll? Do you think TM plays that? Water map?
They might, though it is a map that's kind of figured out, isn't it?
It definitely was after... What was that, Is that a Mega Series? Where was...
It was the Mega Series, not the last one, the one before it. I just remember microing, I think it was a Puffin, and taking out like 20 mexes, and that was my whole job.
It's just really strong on these water maps, just destroying a team's economy with very minimal micro. They keep it. Awesome. All right. Wait, I just saw how the...
How much?
I just saw how like the actual like map is named, and it's a little different on the thing. But here we go. We'll set that up.
Barrier.
Yeah, it's the barrier.
Nice.
Let's see. Kuchi, you lock in the water map? How much Patak bribe? Look, everybody wants to see a little bit of water maps.
What is the big 5-0?
Yeah, 50. It's gonna be a small map, right? We got a low roll here. Oh my God, Rifted. Those of you that don't know, Rifted. Let's see. Can I swap over the maps real quick? Those of you that play League of Legends may find this to be a very familiar map. Rifted.
Is that the Nation Wars map?
Was it used? Was it played in Nation Wars?
Hang on, I'm not sure. I'm terrible with maps.
I'm pretty sure this is literally Summoner's Rift, right? Like I'm pretty like, isn't it?
Yeah. This is in Nation Wars.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the only way I've seen it. That would be an interesting one.
let's play it. Oh my god.
Locked in.
That's awesome. All right. Oh, Rifted is our
112 is our next one.
112.
Man, Sasha's just high rolling at the moment.
Tropical Assault. We've seen this in a few Omega series, and it's a little. I don't want to say it kind of feels a little figured out, but
I'd say it's pretty figured out, and they keep it. And I think we might see this where TM just takes maps that they know. 51.
What's happening
50
here?
into 51. Yeah, these people are just rolling with like 2 variants.
Yeah. Like Kings is rolling low numbers, and TM is rolling higher numbers. Cape Violet. Is this map rotating?
That's an interesting map.
Am I losing my mind? No, maybe not. I don't know. I think it's this one. They say they like it.
23 by Sash.
Cape Violet. 23, huh? Heartbreak Hill? There's no way they keep Heartbreak Hill, right? Surely not.
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
Like this, it's one of the most common 1v1 maps. Yeah,
that's the reroll.
I'm not surprised.
132. That's a big one. That's a big number.
Okay, 132. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll for a bit here. Ancient Vault.
Wow.
Oh,
that could be.
I'm so excited.
Is that a...
No, Hells, come on. This is. I mean, this map is terrible. This is probably one of the worst maps I think I've ever seen. But like,
there's no way they've got 2 rerolls.
Yeah, they got 2 rerolls. They have. There's. I mean, do they reroll this? They have to. It's their last one, right? Wait, they're keeping it because Kuchi's rolling. I guess they're keeping it.
They didn't say.
They didn't, but Kuchi rolled.
Whatever 14 is.
14 is like, and he's saying it's an Aphis map. Okay, so Ancient Vault is the TM pick. 14, Comet Catcher Remake is
I guess it is an Aphis map, you know.
Is the pick for Gentleman's Agreement. 0 units, fastest team to get an Aphis win. Honestly,
that would be pretty funny.
I'd be down. I don't even know who'd win that. I mean, I feel like TM is really good, but it's Kuchi.
Yeah, Kuchi's the one who's got the bold. That'll be so stupid if they do it, and I will laugh.
I mean, like...
but I'm down to see it. As a non-organizer, why not?
Exactly, right? Because we have no skin in the game.
I don't know. Yeah. I will be entertained either way. They'll have to make rules, though. Like, there would have to be some clear statements.
Actually, yeah, I don't know. How do you
walk the ages?
How do you do that? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. It could be a little dicey trying to figure that out, but let's just trying to get them to do their last roll, and we can see what our decider map is. Should we get that far? Special Hot Stepper, come on. Special Hot Stepper, Full Metal Plate, give us something.
Wasn't there 2 more?
Wait, that is 5. Wait, you're right. Wait, how did I... Rifted? No. 105. Sash forgot Barrier Reef, right? Barrier Reef is first,
yeah,
and then
you're
Rifted.
Right, you're right.
Dude, you got my heart rate up? I was like,
It's because the map's already pit up, that's why he's not saying it.
Yeah.
105.
Painted
what is 105?
Desert. I don't think I've seen this map. Painted Desert.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't even look familiar to me.
Vaguely familiar, but...
Is this a new map, or maybe it's a very old map?
Not sure.
Uh.
Oh, we'll find out if we get there.
Wait, they have to.
Can reroll.
That's right, they can't reroll. I forgot. I keep forgetting that the decider map is the one that can't be rerolled. But Painted Desert is our last map. Should we get there?
I can't believe we have Ancient Vault.
I am so for it though. Like that map is so terrible that it can't possibly be anything other than good for this, right? That's how that works.
I guess so. You know.
Okay.
Look, just give me Pro versus Kings on Ancient Vault. Just inject that one into my veins.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Pro versus Kings is just too fun to watch. Well, while we're waiting for them to start, Hells, what do you think? Predictions? What kind of win-loss we getting here?
The heart wants this to go to a 7-game series, and I do think that TM is favored. My head is telling me it's going to be 4-1 or 4-2 in TM's favor. I'm going to take the difference and say it's going to be a 4-1.
You're thinking 4-1? I
4-1.
I kind of am leaning towards the same. I mean, it's really hard to not just kind of assume. TM is looking scary, man. I don't know.
The thing is, if Kings can drag them to like Ancient Vault and CCR, they have a chance, honestly. But that means they have to get past the first 4 maps. They have to find a cheeky way to do it.
And I think
I'm not sure.
You're definitely onto something here, where like these kind of sillier maps with a little more insanity being possible is definitely going to be the maps where maybe Kings can pull something off and surprise the macro gods of TM. But we even say that, but
there's a good chance.
Like,
yeah, there's a good chance on this map, and it's not like Kings is slouches in the macro department either. They have some extremely good players. It's just, if the game plays out standard, I think the fact that TM plays more is more of a homogenous team and not just a thrown together team, then it probably favors TM.
Yeah, these TM guys are real used to playing together. You know, they played a lot of games together. They're very active, and I think it kind of shows as they are just kind of totally dominant. Well, specifically yesterday, just totally dominant in their set versus APM.
And generally, they've just been a very strong team in every tournament. But as I say, I'm not going to count out Kings. Yeah. They have Kuchi, the cook, and they have Emre, dare we say God of Bar?
The God of Bar.
There's a man who just wills the impossible into existence.
Emre just walks forward into victory and his team follows him. That's just how it works. You can't explain it. It's just will.
He's just got that aura, reality warping influence on him.
I really like these spawns so far from TM. I have a feeling I can see what we're gonna see Yanami or Chisato do. I have a feeling, as he's probably just spawning a vehicle lab and just grabbing mexes and eventually maybe swamping seaplane, maybe C tier 2, probably seaplane I'd have to assume, but.
We might see some like cheeky masked dolphin busts going on this map though. I've seen TM has always had some weird strategies that they cook up here. And I remember there was like a lot of game theory that developed on this map between the two Omega series, though I never saw it. I don't think I played it in the second one, or I wasn't playing, I don't remember. But there were theories about dolphin busts. There's now the current frigate sub-meta that TM seems to be playing heavily into. So it'll be interesting to see what they go with, and I'm sure that Kings have got something cooked up as well.
I really think that you were talking about it earlier, the seaplane torpedo gunship, right, where you just hand out one to each player and just have them fly around and snipe mexes, and that build that you guys did was just kind of gross. Like it kind of was just totally dominant. It totally destroyed the team you were against. And I really don't think enough teams did something like that on these water maps, as it is just kind of, well,
it was very
dominating.
oppressive and extremely difficult to deal with because the AA boats take too many shots to kill them, and if fighters come, you just dip underwater, and they have to deal with it in a bunch of other places, so you can just keep moving along, and if they don't pay attention, you do insane damage.
Ooh.
And yeah.
So we have Kuchi opening an air lab, going for an air con, a scout into an air con, whereas Chisato in a similar position is actually going, or Yanami in a similar position is just going straight. Three cons out of a vehicle lab.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference.
Kind of similar to what I expected. I really feel just his positioning with his lab here is making me feel like this is going to be a rather quick seaplane swap.
It kind of needs to be, especially when they see air. They're going to have some form of response, because Shuris can be very oppressive if you're not careful.
Ooh, a lot of subs being made in the north by Kings. Whereas looks like TM is definitely opting way more for the scout boats, just mass scout boats across the map.
Subs can definitely be annoying, but it's difficult if you realize it's coming to find value. It really depends on how autopilot's going to play it out the next few minutes. If he commits the scouts in, if Slick goes in and they realize there's nothing else on the water, then they should be able to deal with the subs easily, but if the subs sneak in and start sniping out mexes, it's going to be a bit of a pain.
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of subs being made now. I actually see a lot of shurikens as well on the map.
Yeah.
The benefit of this
They should have seen the subs yet. Shuris, they must be hearing the torpedoes exploding. They found one of the subs already.
Ooh, autopilot with the not able to dodge the sub shots. Loses his expanding constructor to this arm orca. There's a lot of subs all over the map actually. This orca play is gonna be a little awkward for TM to deal with until they can get some countermeasures out.
I mean, orcas are really good because they're faster, right? So it's setting them up pretty nicely, but the wait a minute. Eel, not the orca. You got me.
Oh my god, I got you confused. You're welcome. Yeah, the eel. Look, it's been too long. That being said, Otto with a good catch here is gonna eventually kill this sub, but Emre, again,
good
just
micro
too
by
good.
Emre, but the second...
No way. He's just... Okay.
He made a nice effort to survive there, but he goes down.
Oh, no, crazy.
And this is kind of the issue, is if you don't... Ooh, one of the subs does get into Vic's base, takes out one title and a mex, so honestly not... Will it take more out?
Oh, if he gets the second, he does get the second title. Two titles.
He does, so probably worthwhile.
Hefty shuriken.
One of Shuri's. It is a big commitment, and they do go down relatively quickly.
Especially with the commander there, and fighters of TMs is on the way, as Chisato has swapped to an air lab.
There's a destroyer behind them, but this is very expensive, and the subs that were playing defensively are going to start moving forward to assist, and if this destroyer goes down, I think we're going to see Genetics in a very, very tough position.
I'm surprised they're still continuing to commit the shurikens on these boats near Otto's commander, as they just don't have units to actually like collapse on that. The subs actually are going to start targeting the destroyers. Maybe a little bit
One sub goes down. It's difficult, I'd say, to commit the subs in, but if they get this destroyer, it's so worth it. If a destroyer goes down, you lose. And the destroyer goes down, you lose so much tempo. Because those are very expensive, nearly 1,000 metal a pop. But overall, I mean, I think if I'm Kings, I'm pretty happy with this map state. Maybe I'm not super confident about topside, but bot-side is looking really comfortable. Teriyaki is not in a happy position at the moment.
He's very down on Navy here. More boats are being gifted to him from Sashkorn's base, but he's definitely
I think we see a seaplane lab out though now. Chisato is up and about. And this is going to be where we see how the map tempo plays.
Tier
But that
2
is
Air Lab from Gucci.
very fast. Do they have the energy?
I mean, I guess
Honestly, maybe the titles are strong enough.
it's a 22 title map. That being said, realistically, Gucci doesn't have that much energy, but if you're just countering a seaplane play, I mean, he doesn't. I don't know. He clearly could afford the lab, so maybe maybe he
Well, he
can't
went for
afford the rest.
torpedo bombers. I wonder which will work out better. It's a much larger investment, but it does open up T2.
Domino
With good micro.
is going for quite a walk here. I actually don't. Is he seen? He's not seen. Genetics ends up going down to those
does go
subs.
down. This does open the gateway, but something should be ringing in Vic's head. He has seen no new units arriving in quite a while. And this is their first warning.
Is this
I
torpedo?
think the torpedo woofs, yeah.
It's always funny watching
This is like
that
the
torpedo.
problem with the torp bomber in these choke points. It's hard though, to be fair. But right at this moment, Slick has a perfect opportunity to just send all these subs through and take out a bunch of mexes.
Well, TM knows now that there is Tier 2 air on the field, so I'm curious if we're going to see a response to them. As seaplanes, while they destroy Tier 1, they definitely don't fight into Tier 2. Not unless they have some insane number advantage.
We're gonna see some clash. It does look like the seaplanes are coming up pretty ahead in the middle, but the T2 fighter shows up.
Yeah, and
Goes down. Honestly, pretty even clash, and that's for the T1 fighters starting, but we do see T2 fighters, my lord.
oh,
Ooh.
Domino has
How
made
has
it.
Domino managed to get all the way here?
We looked at him earlier, and he just was in like the perfect blind spot where he just was not visible by TM. I mean, Yanami is
I had a
reacting
lot
quickly.
of torpedo launches that got dropped very quickly.
Oh. I mean, if Domino gets onto the island, he won't die to the torpedoes, but surely Yanami just trades him here.
Yeah, I think it was just a trade. And I mean, behind this, somehow, if you just look at the stats on the game, PM is just slowly pulling ahead more and more.
Yeah, kind of.
T2 investment is pretty expensive, and I don't know if the economy has been set up to support it yet, but we do have the T2 con out now.
Interesting. Kuchi swapping to a core vehicle lab here for cons. I'm curious what his plan is here. Is this just to boost the? I guess he could fly. He can fly con turrets around. Why? I'm not 100% sure what his plan is for these cons.
I wonder if you just dive here. You just have to send her.
Yeah,
There's nothing in front of him.
It's 2 bombers, but then the bombers are super bruised. He
The
probably
scout
could.
plane is going in. The scout plane sees what it needs to see. I think I would just want to send it here. There's nothing here.
Yeah, I think you're
and
right.
if they can get in, you just take out the BP on that air lab, and the game is going to be extremely unplayable.
And these bombers are also super bruised. One even goes down. Oh man.
To the south, we do see that Slick. Oh, sorry. Tilo is suffering a little bit.
Commander destroyed.
Domino does
Okay.
finally go down. Does die actually
But
in the
he-
middle of Sash's base.
It's pretty nice, but it's very close to the build power, yeah, so I don't think it's going to be achieving too much. And if we look at Spodey, Spodey is just uncontested in mid. He can kind of go forward. As long as Tilo can hold on and buy time for Chisata.
I see something in a transport.
I also seeing something in transports, you are correct.
We're gonna have to look at that in a moment. I looked away as
Honda goes
Sash
down.
died.
I think that was Sash going down to the subs. But we do see bases being Dovia from middle. The question is, can they protect? They have the T2 transports. Can they protect the?
I think so, right? Like, there's only a few fighters over Yanami's base, and they're seaplanes, and these are tier 2 fighters defending this transport.
Going to get pretty early warning. Will be an interesting. Where do they land though? Is the real question.
Just land. I
You
mean, I
can't
feel like
just-
you land on the, like right on the
gunships.
land, right? It's a tier 2 transport. You can go wherever you want. This thing is made out of adamantium. Like you're not gonna kill this with tier
Ooh.
1.
It's a very interesting set of options that they went with there.
Oh, Kuchi?
Kuchi's probably going to go down,
He's
I think.
a little greedy on that one, but still, genetics does land.
I mean, that's very valuable. That is insane damage.
Oh man, this is the majority of TM's economy right here. I feel like, and build power, yeah. Oh, even if he dies here, so much is gonna be lost.
Almost like you want to com trade, but
Is he gonna? I don't think you get away with that. Yeah. Still, all things considered, pretty favorable for Kings, I think.
that very much, I think, equalizes the game, if not pulls it very heavily into the favor of
Nice catching
Kings.
these bombers. Or catches one at least. But the tier 2 seaplanes here are actually going to be very dominant now that TM has lost their main economy.
Yeah, this is going to take a while. Metal production's still at an advantage, but the longer this goes on, the harder it's going to get.
There's about 7,000 metal on the ground in front of K-Corp here, and he is just scooping it all since there is nobody to oppose him.
Commander destroyed.
Spody is
Would be
doing a little sneaky attack and hitting him in the wraparound, yeah.
I think, honestly, off this, 2 comms left, it's kind of dangerous for TM at the moment. I think Kings with that comm drop has perhaps not won the game, but definitely given themselves a really good opportunity to win the game.
There's definitely still fight potential here. I see there's a tier 2C in Autopilot's base, and he's starting to upgrade some mexes here. But
Yeah.
Kings has had land tier 2 mexes for quite some time, and I really don't know how TM contests this tier 2 air.
The tier 2 air is the big problem, right? Like, they need to figure out a way to equalize the sea, and I believe that flak boats don't really work well enough into torpedo bombers, but I am speaking under correction here.
And we are watching torpedo bombers slowly dying to herrings. So I don't look. I think you're right, but at the same time, I'm watching. Like, I think it doesn't. It takes micro, and I don't know.
I'm not sure they've got the practice, the straights practice, though they do have K-Corp on the team, so maybe. But I think K-Corp is getting away with murder here. His comm is still alive, and his res subs have eaten almost everything here.
Yes,
They are losing a lot of torpedo bombers, though.
Honestly, you know, if you look at the map, Kings has not retaken any of these mexes, actually. They have almost no C-mexes. K-Corp is going to finally go down. I don't think TM is nearly as bad of a position as I think they should be, right? Like,
visually it should be worse, but Kings is kind of reduced to just a starting 8th of the map. They're just on their island. They have nothing outside of it. Whilst TM is still controlling almost half of the map with mexes. So even though there's a T2 advantage, they're just so far down
interesting.
on space.
K-Corp gonna get a lot of his
K-Corp
own
has actually
reclaim.
gotten away with so much murder here.
That's so funny.
I wonder if they res that comp.
Oh,
Oh, they are down to their final commander as well, by the way.
oh, okay. I'm assuming that is. Yeah, I see it. He's on the island towards their main economy. Looks like it's Emre. Oh man, Emre with last comm. Kings is unkillable probably, but yeah, these
Torpedo bombers are being a pain everywhere, but the seaplane fighters have actually now regained air control, and as good as that play was for Kings, I just feel like somehow TM was like, okay, put up the wall, turtled up, and they're just not taking any damage anymore.
Yeah, I mean, these have been a pretty hefty investment in torpedo bombers, right? And a lot of them are actually just dying to herrings. Like that's kind of just.
And I think the rest of the torpedo bombers are going to go down here. They're caught out by the seaplane fighters.
These aren't exactly cheap, right? These are 400 metal a pop. Like, this is a lot of investment that is just not paying off for Kings.
All of the torpedo bombers are about to die. They just found the others.
Oh man.
There's 3 left on the map? 2 left on the map?
I mean, like Kings has fighters; they're just totally out of position. One torpedo bomber gets out of that. We just watched a fusion in torpedo bombers die.
You do see subs counterattacking here, but pressure is just all still being put on to Kings. They're just not being able to push forward. And these C-Mexes have now equalized the metal per second. The T2 is up.
Yeah, I really like Otto's play. He made, what, a 2, it looks like, Tier 2 C cons, and then immediately reclaimed the Tier 2 C lab just to go back to making Tier 1 and just pump his Tier 2 mexes. And they have skyrocketed past King's Tier 2 mex count. Oh, Slick is...
It does look like Slick is in some serious trouble here. Definitely going down.
Yeah, the last torpedo bomber definitely gonna kill him, and then die quickly itself.
The large fleet presence that seems to have snuck past the subs, but
Very strange situation we
multiple
find ourselves in here.
Very odd game state at the moment. A lot of dolphins currently running in.
Well, Slum Scout's gonna attempt to get some vision, but it looks like King should be able to deny most of it, but
That's Slick running his fleet into the subs, not taking too much damage yet, but a lot of chip damage. Maybe setting up for vision for the orcas to come in, which hit harder than the eels. But we're about to see a bit of a micro warrior. But there are more eels. 2 for 1 so far.
honestly,
3
not the worst
decent
trades.
trades. Nice spin micro here, but honestly, I think we saw Slick equally trade there.
Yeah, all things considered, way more subs on the way as well as
Swarm
Otto's
of
economy.
res subs coming here, but funnily enough, Shas also in the swarm of his own res sub.
Yeah, just TM is just kind of rapidly caught up in economy. Metal produced wise, they're about what, you know, nearly 20k up.
Only 20, but you actually see this in the army value.
Yeah.
TM sitting at 20,000 in army value, and King's just at almost reaching about up to 10k there.
Really, a lot of the holding power of Kings right now is their torpedo bombers, but like again, these are not cheap, and a lot of them.
3 torpedo bombs left. That's the problem. They've probably made 20. We see a battleship coming out, which will help, but the map state is just very, very pleasant for TM. But economically, it's still relatively close.
Yeah, Kings is starting
Except
to get
in metal produced.
Yeah, except for metal produced and army value, which we don't. Those aren't important, right?
As long as you don't look at the big important values, it's not bad. T2 Navy is good though. Like,
Yeah, this
battleships
battleships
are
are
very
brutal.
efficient.
And it's because it's frigates,
I don't
right?
know if they can dive this year.
It's mostly frigates versus Dolphin Swarm with a battleship. That definitely does not seem like something you want to fight into. I think I see a Tier 2 Navy, Tier 2 lab in Otto's base again. Yeah, it looks
Would
like
make sense.
he's decided no more
Honestly,
Tier 1.
the thing is, the problem is Kings cannot deal with this counter push as well by Sash in the south side. That's literally pushing out mexes at the moment. And once this fleet links up with the fleet that Slick has, it's going to be really difficult for Kings to hold a steady line and not have their titles get dove somewhere.
Yeah.
There is a massive shurikens out and about committing in now though. But there's so many herrings. There's a flak boat and
Like half of the Shuris died before they even approached that
almost
flag.
all of them are gone. Yeah, the shuris are gone, and where do you commit your fleet at the moment?
Well,
And there's so many subs as well, and even the torpedo bombers are suffering here.
yeah, I mean, initially I didn't dislike this torpedo bomber play, but I mean, I feel like they've kind of outstayed their usefulness. They're not really getting the value that I really think they need to for their cost.
Ooh, wow, we actually see TM opting for Kraken, long-range subs. Not a common unit to see, but it makes a lot of sense in the current game state. torpedo bombers diving in, finding some value. They are trying to commit in, but the battleship is just too slow to catch up to these retreating riptides, and the dolphins are being deleted at the moment.
Totally torn apart. Like, this is not even really a fight. I mean, if the battleship could get in range, sure, but shurikens and torpedo bombers try to assist, but they can't even get close. There's just too many herrings.
And look at the subs coming up from behind. That battleship is about to find itself in a nasty little pincher movement here.
Oh,
and
man.
that battleship is going to go down. And the only thing that's going to really save TM is if they can get onto this reclaim field. But if looking at the map, there's already TM's res subs there.
Yeah, they're already eating as well.
Battleship goes down. Series are committed in, stun up the ship, but unfortunately, cruisers are not going to be stopping everything running at them. Great against the subs, but there's just too much.
Yeah, and like you said,
TM is
they're getting the medal, right? They're totally fine
they're
with
eating
this.
everything. The medal advantage has ballooned up to nearly 40,000. 35,000, but you know, nearly 40,000, so... Wait, no, what am I saying? That's nearly 50,000.
Yeah, I don't know. We're looking at a TM rapidly, you know, not only totally recovered their map state, but also just they're making tier 2 mexes on King's side of the map. That's when you know it's really not looking good. You know, surely at no point before this were we worried for Kings.
They're flexing their muscles, and now if we look, this big fight happened that's taken away a lot of the resources that Kings had. But there is now a T2 fleet assembling in the north with Slick of battleships and long-range subs. And so Kings is going to hold this push, but it's kinda looking dangerous for them. I don't know how they deal with what's going to come on the top side now.
Yeah, this macro engine of TM has really just taken off.
But to be fair to Kings, their torpedo bombers are out in force again and not very contested.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised at the lack of fighters that TM has. I see there's a tier 2 air lab.
I think Chisato
now.
just switched over to T2 air lab, so that will help in the long run. And we see random assault submarines currently sniping out mexes. There are so many flak boats accompanying these battleships.
Yeah, I really think I'm going to struggle to see how Kings survives this. They're just slowly being constricted by TM.
They have pulled army value closer, at least. I mean, it's still an 11k difference, but currently that's only a 30% advantage.
Oh, that is a lot of torpedo boats. Or torpedo planes, I mean.
But the energy per second and metal per second is dire.
That was expensive. Long range sub goes down to that volley from the torpedo bombers. Those are not cheap little units. To get one shot like that for no value. That being said, TM doing a good job of just having little isolated hunting packs of submarines, just killing these tier 2 mexes of Kings.
And they're denying so many mexes. That's what's making this game so difficult at the moment. Is just all of these mexes are uncontested. Big commitment in of the torpedo bombers, but probably only taking out one sub and taking a lot of damage from the flak. And Chisato's fighter swarm is beginning to grow.
I wonder if he's baiting this. There's an actual real bombing run being built and coming in, but Chisato has just held his fighters back. I think waiting for this
bombing run. And I feel like, even looking at the map, Chisato's moving up already, and there's a flak boat moving up, so it seems that TM is just on top of it. They are aware of the danger approaching, and they are just responding pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, really should not lose much here, if anything at all. A few bombers are going to drop the bombs, but just scratch the paint on the titles is all they can really get.
Nothing goes down. They did survive the beat engage in middle, but Man, it is starting to look like a serious problem. And
So-
how does TM deal with this T2 Navy that's currently pushing here?
Yeah, this combo of the Krakens plus the battleships just kind of really difficult to fight into here for the comp that Kings currently has.
Jacob calling out the comp that he wants them to make, but we see the torpedo bombers committing in, doing a lot of damage again, but forced to retreat rapidly as Chisato's fighters show up, and I think Chisato now has an advantage in the air.
Ooh, massive Kraken hit kills maybe half a dozen res subs and a cruiser. And yeah, I think you're
Yeah, they
definitely
just
right.
rezzed that cruiser, and did not have a good time. It went down immediately.
Oh.
And this time he catches them on the fly-in, and almost all of the torps go down, 3 limping away, and Chisato losing nothing.
Yeah,
Yanami.
I think the points where you know these torpedo bombers could get value has been kind of over for a bit.
Yeah,
but-
the time is over for the airplay, but maybe they can still find value with enough micro. All the so many flak boats.
Yeah,
Really
the-
good spreading on the Shuris at the moment, but the destroyers are, the battleships are so tanky that they're not going down.
One goes.
Anti-nuke ship does go down, but full commit here by almost everything that Kings owns, and they are losing so many units. One of the battleships going down again. The Kraken are still sitting out here, going to get picked off. That's a pretty big loss.
Think Kings might be winning this? They have a large army value still here. The Kraken's dying actually represents quite
they're,
a
they're
massive...
winning this fight. The problem is
Yeah,
the,
the fight,
rest
yeah.
of the map is now has no contest on it.
That being said,
But
there's
if Kings can secure this
16,000
reclaim field,
metal. 16,000. Does that offset their
Yeah.
100k down? Probably not. But, you know, that's
it would
something.
help.
It will help.
It would help.
A large amount of
see T2
reinforcements on the
subs.
way, but...
We do see T2 subs picking off King's mexes in the south, but there is this reclaim field is where the main fight is going to be, and we see a large commitment of Dragon Wars coming in now, cleaning up the Buccaneers. The battleships have slightly moved out of position.
Yeah,
And-
I think TM is... I mean, Kings is getting a decent amount of it with these res subs, but I think TM is actually positionally securing it.
Yeah, and TM is also eating some of the units. Big air engage happens. Most of King's fighters are down. Torpedoes are forced to retreat. And it just kind of looks like the subs are actually ending up uncontested, forcing back the battleships. A lot of shurikens showing up though. Holy moly.
They have more shurikens than the new fighters, actually, as Kings doesn't appear to have almost any fighter cover for this.
Yeah. Chisato's fighters diving into the base almost, taking out multiple torpedo bombers. I think they're down to about 5 left at this point. And unfortunately for Kings, this reclaim field is on their side of the map, but TM is standing over it and grabbing everything. And that metal advantage has ballooned to nearly 150,000.
Yeah, and Sash has been quiet for too long and decided to get involved, as now there are hovers hitting the land of Kings, and there's just really nothing to contest it.
He's taking a page out of Skag's book from yesterday, just saying, you know what, that was a good idea. I do like the hover player.
Yeah, oh man, these Krakens are really just uncontested and underneath these battleships. Just looking kind of difficult for Kings to deal with. I'm looking at the mini-map and I see Sash has still been expanding on their side of the map, making tier 2 mexes.
The T2 mexes are now in their starting spawns. There are definitely going to be some issues. Economically, it's looking very impossible. I mean, we see an Aphis field started up here by Chisato, and that is never a good sign.
Yeah, especially when you look back at your own base and you see 4 fusions. You know, that's when you know we have a problem. Not that, of course, Kings probably, you know, has known that they've had a problem for quite some time, but...
But it's becoming more and more apparent just how dire these straits are.
Yeah.
So,
Fighting.
trade the game gun against the but
I am surprised how well they're fighting, how down they are, but it really just is kind of like a slow death. There's really not a lot Kings can do from this level of macro like disparity, right?
they're fighting and they're holding on, but when I mean, literally now it's starting to get close to 170,000 metal advantage. It's just a borderline unplayable game state. It's not impossible, something wild could happen. There are only 2 commanders left, but
It's definitely
it's going
hard.
to be difficult.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult and require some insane misplays from TM for Kings to find a way back in. And we're just seeing that crushing pressure that TM applies. Once they have that lead, you are just being bullied. They call it GG.
They call it.
Game 1 going for to TM. I know they called them T1, but same type of org.
Exactly, same one. Really, just I'm not even gonna say dominant. That was a decently close early. Like TM had I think a pretty solid macro lead for a lot of that game, but TM just kind of went away with it. I'm not sold on the
It
tier
felt
2
like after
bombers.
that. Yeah, it felt like after that com drop, I thought that Kings would be able to secure their what I thought was an advantage and just slowly capitalize it and kind of do what Kings ended up doing. But Kings took all that damage, lost all their BP, and just kind of shrugged it off, moved it over to autopilot space, and continued on their merry way.
Yeah, TM lost like how much? Two whole bases essentially to that comm drop, and it just kind of didn't matter, right?
Like 12 plus con towers, a sea, multiple titles, the seaplane lab, and you'd think that would disrupt the team too much. You'd think there would be like a breakdown in what's happening.
But they just lost more
like
at
they
home.
just kept chugging on. Yeah, they just.
Like I remember,
I can't believe.
Like zooming out, looking, seeing that okay, so Chisato, Sash, they just lost that entire base. Zoom out and look, and then Kings is missing like 2/3 of their C-Mexes, and it's like, I don't know if that offsets how much damage they just took. I really, I don't know. Difficult situation.
It was definitely an interesting idea, especially using the T2 Air Lab to get your mechs upgrades and to create the transports for the comm drop. But maybe seaplanes are just too efficient, and it's not like we really saw any puffin plays or anything where they were taking out a bunch of mexes. But they were using it defensively, right? It wasn't like the mex hunting idea.
I think.
And yeah, that's surprising. I felt like if I was Kings, I would have been really happy after that comm drop, and the game just wasn't in their hands.
Yeah, kind of just hard to recover, I think, from losing the amount of mexes that they did. Like we said, mexes are pretty good, and if you're missing the majority of your mexes and the other team isn't, I mean, I guess they lost their whole base, but as long as they have some way to rebuild quickly, and they did it matter all that much? Like their economy
apparently
wasn't
not.
hurt.
Apparently not. But I do think against probably any other team, that's like a crushing blow. But not for TM, apparently. They just shrug it off and march on. Moving on to game 2, Rifted.
We're getting into the meme map section. Like, that was a real map, probably. Somewhat. That was a somewhat real map with somewhat real strategies.
Official tournament map. This one, yes. This is a very...
Wrong game for this one, I think.
I have no idea. I think, I will say, I know this has been played in Nation Wars. And it's kind of a standard-ish map. But I have no idea what
I will take your word for it, okay? Because I look at this and I'm not feeling like this is a standard map, okay? This is gonna be a hot mess, I think. I don't know. I've only ever played it, I suppose, in I guess rather, you know, relaxed, casual settings. But
What is this relaxed and casual you speak of, Lars?
exactly. But it's an awkward map to play. The radar coverage of this map, I remember being just absolutely atrocious. Like, you don't get to see anything anywhere.
Yeah.
Which I guess is super fitting, but
There's going to be a lot of opportunities for weird plays, but because there's 6 commanders, I expect you'll always have commanders lurking in the pathways, in and about them. It'll be interesting to see if this map kind of devolves into just a degenerate push. All mud. Run it down.
I'll just turn into ARAM. Just make it ARAM bar edition.
Just an ARAM, yes. Everyone standing mid lane fighting.
I like it. I'm ready for it. Let's do it. Come on. I am kind of curious how they're gonna do this. I like the idea so far of doing the 2-2-1 forward and then just having somebody in the back. Shockingly,
probably
being just auto. Probably air. Yeah.
I assume this is going to be also we're going to see like the 4.5 minute, 4 minute T2 sort of play. I feel like this map is choke pointy enough that you can probably do it, and enough maxes, but I'm not sure how big 2.0 maxes, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll see relatively fast T2, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we see comm drops, bombing plays. It's all possible.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably we're gonna see that just because Kuchi is in the lobby, right? And this man, I think, he likes his comm drops. He's known for it. And I would not be surprised if we see some cheesy transport play.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes. It could be transport. We do see an air lab, very early air lab here by Kuchi.
And if we go back, it's so far only one lab from TM, and everybody else making energy pretty standard from what we've seen. I think really it'll be looking at the amount of con turrets that they make here. I think is going to be the indicator of whether or not this is a tier 2 play. Actually, I think just the fact there's no other lab, this is probably going to be a tier 2 play.
Okay, I'm going. Emre is going, boys.
I don't know what them. Yeah, they're definitely going tier 2. There's no. I can't imagine this isn't a tier 2 rush now.
I think I am interested to see what Kuchi's plan is here. Is this aircon just to go take the mexes?
You're waiting
so you
for
don't have to do all the driving around? Yeah, that's what I'm like looking at, seeing Emre walking forward.
It could be. We got some rovers going across the map, as well as a few ticks from TM. Yeah, Otto's going into mass con turrets, energy storage. It's gonna be a tier 2 rush. We've seen this
but
many
also
times.
opting for his air lab. I think TM has such a good build for the T2 play though, like so secure.
Yeah, very clean.
TM is queuing up heavy transports.
2 heavy transports? Kind of interesting, and you know, I was telling Slick today, okay, give us some content, okay, don't just macro win into like a nice casual 4-0. Give us some funny things.
I said the same to Sash. I was like, you guys, you're really good, but it's kind of difficult. It's a bit boring when you're just stomping with macro. Make it interesting.
Are we the devil on TM's shoulder telling them to do bad things?
Everyone's whispering in their ear.
Oh,
Don't play perfect.
No. We've seen TM play perfect enough, okay? What we need to see is TM really get a nice, flavorful cheddar.
Actually,
that's what we need.
3 heavy transports out at the moment. 8D is using it to go grab mexes more quickly, but there are 2 heavy transports for both Sash and Spodie.
Interesting.
I do kind of like this.
Yeah, because this is a super awkward map for, like, positioning, right? Just taking mexes is super awkward. Wait, is this just a standard macro play with these transports? That's so unacceptable.
I think it is.
I'm so disappointed in them.
How do you feel? I already see even more transports in the base as well.
They followed directions, right? We asked them to do some transports cheesiness, and they did transports, but this is what we get.
What if we transport our macro so it's even better?
Oh, I'm so disappointed in them. Look, it actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like on a map like this with these horrible
And
cliffs.
the T2 is up, by the way. The T2 is
Oh my God! Wow. Yeah.
about to finish.
Right into a tier 2 con. It looks like Whistlers are being made, and Whistler Janice slow driving across the map. By the time they get
Very slowly getting there.
by the time they
The
get there, this
blitzers
tier 2's
have
gonna be out.
arrived somewhat.
Just look at the mechs taking, they're so far ahead. It's actually crazy. This is straight up a macro play with these transports. It's so funny.
Ooh, this could be punishing though. They could punish a little bit, yeah. Ooh, if he can stun one of the tanks.
Oh, the
no, he
Shuri's
stopped microing
missed
it.
micro.
Oh, this is actually a nice little catch here, honestly. But they can probably respond. Oh, they ate the air lab. Those blitzes are kind of through, honestly.
Yeah, kind of annoying. I mean, there are LLTs.
There is a
that-
sprinter coming. One LLT is not quite. Okay, they retreated the tank.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think, yeah,
so
holds.
unlucky.
Oh, that's a tragedy. And there's now a sprinter. We see the legendary unit of Bar, a sprinter, secret agent sprinter, running to deal with this
That's a stout.
stout. I mean, I don't think a stout can do anything versus sprinter.
Yeah.
You run faster than its turret turns.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one sprinter is totally fine to fight that. Emre.
Oh, but is that a T2 air lab? That is.
Are those transports
And you
being
know
handed
what
out?
I see? Yes, those are.
Oh,
surprised.
please. Alright. Well, Sash is going to trade, while Sash is also in a transport ready to capitalize on that trade.
Guy is on his way down.
Looks like... Is that Domino in a transport I see on the minimap?
Domino's in a transport, Panda's about to be in a transport. TM is going to have some panic response real soon. This is exactly what I'd expect.
Sash needs to be kind of careful here. There are 2 Janus, and he has already taken 2 full connections. Ooh.
Let's see, I think it's time to just D-gun and
Yeah, I think the next connection kills him. He's going to take the D-gun and
yeah, this kills them, yeah.
Well, Domino is going, and he is in the heavy transport. And you know that radar issue, TM does not see it until Domino is basically already on the base. Oh, he stopped so early. I guess there's a chainsaw.
I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense, but that is very, very scared play. Oh, he's trying to go over.
Okay, that's...
Oh, there's a Devastator.
Can he
walk down the mountain?
Oh, he can. Wait. I think he can. I think there is a path
Chisada
here,
is
actually.
here, though.
Yeah, he won't be able to now. Definitely too late.
Though 8D is caught out of place, the gunships are going to grab him. I almost feel
Wait.
like... Oh god, is he getting in? Is he just...
I thought he had to walk... Oh, wow. He is going to make it. Chisada's going to start his self-D, but Domino should easily be able to get this D-gun off in time. Okay, well, all of a sudden, that's looking a little scary, as TM has now just lost a decent chunk of their energy, plus the Tier 2 Lamb.
Yeah, I do think it's... That, I mean, this heavily favors Kings at the moment. Like, they're secure, they're pushing back, and this T2 air is uncontested at the moment.
I will say, you know...
Ooh, Skag is flying in as
no.
well.
In TM's benefit, they didn't lose all of their BP, but Skag has decided, well, I'm not certain that I'm willing to accept that.
I think they're in. How do they stop Skag? He's there. There's no units that can stop him.
All
He's
they
going
have.
to arrive and take out the back of their base.
I mean, all they have is Nettles, right? Nettles are not going to kill a Tier 2 transport, and like, not this game. Skag are probably going to start D-gunning and kill a lot of the economy of TM. Eventually, maybe. Okay, Skag's doing other things. He's busy, alright?
He is making the plays happen.
He's going to drop an LLT, get in his transport, and keep flying.
I honestly think that TM has to go in air lab, yeah. They, like, need to get a T2 air lab, but I don't think they're ever going to stabilize this in time. And Skag just gets through to another set of T2 mexes, and...
I feel like Skag needed to
I
go
think-
for the base, maybe? I don't know. I feel like
I feel like
TM's
he could have just flown into the base, but that chainsaw is scary.
Yeah, TM's BP surviving this is kind of hard to deal with. Skag, I mean, Skag did just kill a lot of tier 2 mexes and a lot of energy, so it's definitely not nothing.
Yeah, that's definitely still alive.
Gucci flying a LLT forward to land it into the winds. Doesn't blow up anything, but it did make me laugh, so I appreciate that.
I mean, they forced out 2 Devastators, which is honestly a lot. That is a lot of 3 Devastators, sorry.
Yeah, this is definitely not nothing here, as Nettles are not going to deal with these wasps. I
And
mean,
the problem is, yeah, the wasps are just oppressing every lane at the moment. TM is still ahead on metal produced, which is kind of insane. But
not for much longer, right? They lost they lost way too many tier 2 mexes. They're rebuilding, but it looks like they still have one of their tier 2 cons alive, and will be able to rebuild. But Kings
that's
is,
the final come now.
oh yeah, AD last commander alive for TM in their base. There's a lot of wasps now.
I honestly think they just have to switch into air and try to contest, but I don't think they can contest. There's a fusion now. So I don't know how you play this from this stage.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think Kings has just dragged this advantage.
Honestly, pretty good
But
play.
it feels like Kings is just going for comm drops though. Like 2 in a row, I think we have a sign here.
This
What
one was
they're going to
way,
do.
I feel like, more successful than the Barrier Reef, especially the second one from Skag, on top of losing their tier 2 lab and a chunk of their energy.
Yeah.
Like the Skag one just kind of really sealed the deal. Killed another tier 2 con, killed tier 2 mexes, killed a lot of energy. And really, there's just no response to these mass wasps. Team just kind of can't afford any of the response. They've lost all their expansions. They've been pushed back. They've lost all their tier 2 units nearly. Funny enough, the
Yeah, the
gunslinger
wasps are
not terrible.
committing too much, yeah.
Yeah, there's how
They
many
go into range
chainsaws?
of the...
There's 3.
Yeah, there are 3 chainsaws there. And those things will eat the wasps, but I mean, the map state is just unplayable. Like, it is...
Yeah, I feel like Kings at this point, they just take their lead, they just consolidate it, get tier 2 mexes up, and then just do some sort of tier 2 push. I see no way TM can fight a tier 2 push.
Apparently, we see another common transport.
Okay, guys, do we need to do this? Surely we've comm dropped enough. That being said, Pan, I'm all for it. You gotta land right in the base to make this work. Or not land in the base, but you gotta walk in the base.
I think he's just taking out the mexes again.
He
He has no energy.
has
bro.
no energy. How is this happening, guys? Come on, give the man some energy. Oh no. I feel like that stall actually was maybe not great, because Panda does not have the energy to degun like this. I don't think he's going to reach the base. Oh, this
No,
E-stall is
there's no way,
brutal.
I think he
Oh,
should have just kept walking still.
oh my god.
That is awkward to watch.
That was maybe the
But it
worst.
doesn't matter.
The worst thing. Decision. I don't know. It's fine. What can you do?
T2 bombers coming in, going for the fusion, but only 2. I don't think that's gonna kill
There's a
them. and the
lot of
Devastators-
chainsaws here.
Yeah, this won't kill her.
Can somebody tell Kuchi you're allowed to make ground tier 2 units? I know tier 2 air is good. I'm a big believer. I'm a big classic. I'm a big believer, man. Yeah, thank you. Okay, tier 2 Cortex vehicles.
We do see Arm T2 air coming out. I wonder if we see a Lich attempt here. Emre is really far forward, and if they... Yeah, the other comp is super far away, so it probably won't work, but I do think that switching into air is a good idea, yeah. But I think it would have been good a while ago.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they've done enough damage with air. They've forced so much AA in the base of TM. They just make unit and run at enemy, and this should just run over them. Like, just any amount of ground tier 2 units.
Gag is sending so many pawns that he overwhelms Centurions and a Gunslinger.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to be seen as TM, as this is also, you know, like there's a lot of wins here. There's tier 2 mexes. This is another chunk of their economy that they just kind of can't seem to hold on to.
Yeah, no, Skag just finding the pressure play, rezzing with Resbots, and I feel like the writing's on the wall. We're just waiting for them to figure out how they actually end this game. Apparently, a tremor in a transport might be the answer.
Where are we going with this transported tremor? I mean, put it on one of the hills, I guess, and just nuke the base. But, oh my, Kuchi could just just click the tiger button, click repeat, probably wins. Click Czar, click repeat, anything.
Build a nuke.
Build a nuke, literally anything. But Tremor, I think, is the only thing that maybe doesn't do this. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
especially with the T2 air lab out and abductors existing. I honestly think Skag's pawns might do this.
Yeah, maybe just make more pawn labs. Just anything at all, really. The Centurions are holding at least, but
the gunslingers arrived, and now the ticks are here. Emre leaking. Even in these situations.
Tier 2 air is revealed. Emre doing Emre things with his ticks are going to be super annoying. Getting past the Centurions and into the backline again.
Tremor has arrived. And it is about to start shooting at the air lab.
Oh wow, that is in range. Yeah, super awkward for TM to deal with as their base is going to start getting shelled. The gunships are going to try and deal with it, but...
This is how you try to sprint out an abductor, but I mean the ticks are in the back, the pawns are in the side. I don't even think this tremor is in the top 2 problems at the moment.
It's trying its best, but man, is it really not killing anything. Ticks are on the backline. Autopilot starts a resign vote, as it does not look like they're going to manage to kill the tremor. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like the tremor is more of a like a morale damager than a damager.
That's
but Ticks
that's
alone.
definitely one of those moments.
I mean, we're just gonna sit here and watch this. There we go. TM deciding.
There was
a
second tremor arriving as well.
Oh man, a second tremor hitting the TM base is just kind of too much for them to deal with. But that's 2 games, like you said, 2 games in a row now of a little comm drop from Kings.
Yeah. It does feel like they might have figured out how they're going to deal with the macro issue.
I
feel the enemy base doesn't exist, then maybe we don't have to worry about macro, because TM was just pulling so far ahead. And their base died.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I memed it, the macro transport play, I like a lot, actually. I think that was super cool for that map where the con travel speed was so bad with all the like little twists and turns. They just flew to the mexes. Like, it's super convenient, super useful.
I don't think TM respected the T2 because they saw the T2 air pretty quickly because the gunships committed topside, but they just didn't drop an air lab and...
Yeah, and
it bit them. It bit them real badly.
It really did. It's also like the map like shape just made it so they didn't ping and see the transport until it was way too late. Like, that transport was on top of their base essentially by the time it got spotted.
I didn't realize you could walk down the cliff. Like, that was pretty big. The fact that
just walked straight into it, like there was just no stopping it.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Tropical Assault.
I think they thought they were safe with the chainsaw in their base to take out the transport, but as long as the transport could get up the cliff, that combo's reaching.
And it's kind of funny with those transports, right? Like, those transports, you really kind of are gonna struggle to kill them.
There's been some
everything.
discussions about the balance of T2 transports and comms. We'll leave it there, but that has been discussed.
It's been discussed
for about 2 years, at least.
Since the transport change, really. I'm honestly, and even then, there was a whole different but similar conversation before
Discussion going on there.
All right, Tropical
Assault is Another map we've seen in tournaments. I do think this map is figured out, though.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen it in a while, but we've seen it. It was in Mega Series 1, right? Like, it was, I think it was Tropical Assault. It was this map. Yeah, there was this. It was Tropical Assault, because I remember Teddy got, like, a 50 frigate comb bomb doing that insane thing that Teddy does, where he just has, like, the M-ray effect of he just wins somehow. I
Mind controls the enemy.
don't know how he does it, but, and I agree. I think this map is relatively figured out. All things considered.
Very sea focused. It'll be interesting. The question is how they play the sea, because I do think TM doing the very standard start on the 2 mexes, double naval base. Normally you then boost them with 1 player each, but I thought you started in the sea. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Sash and Yanami decide to go into the water as well, and we end up seeing like 4 sea labs.
Well, if I remember right from a Mega Series, if you were going to start the front players going C, you actually want to be in the 2 corner bases, right? Like, you want to be it's a little quicker to get into the water. You're just kind of offsetting not being able to protect mid until you get those first few boats out.
Yeah, I don't remember the full theory anymore. And you have an extra player now.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't think you even built land labs, or if you did, you built 1 land lab.
You very temporarily, but then you ate it and went right into C because boats totally owned mid.
I was a C player, so I didn't have to pay any attention to what happened on land.
Yeah,
it was my joy.
I think we're definitely going to see... I kind of... Like, the King spawn is a little more standard, right? Like, TM is leaving a little bit of a hole where... like next to Yanami, but
So their idea is that Greco's going to just walk this path of mexes and take it and seal it pretty quickly, but if they do get through there before he closes the hole, that could be a serious problem for TM.
Hells.
I wonder if we even see Spodey take the mexes.
What do you think? Tier 2 transport this game? Do you think we're going to see a comm drop?
That's a good question. Probably not.
I would also think probably not, right? There's not really a centralized
But
base.
I will never say that it won't happen with Kuchi and Domino on the team. And Skag.
Because usually when you're doing these comm drops, you want to land on the
money.
money.
4 players that I expect comm drops from, so I don't know.
Like, you want to land on the money, but where's the money gonna be? On this map, where you're gonna have multiple C bases.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly going to be C, but we could see something like we'll probably see C planes. I'm saying C a lot, and it's concerning.
Okay, we already have an air lab from Kuchi. This man, I feel like, has started a tier 1 air lab every single game so far today.
Probably.
It's been kind of an interesting thing I've seen from Kings, actually, I would say, the whole tournament. They really are prioritizing air and tier 2 air and just kind of under-prioritizing, almost, I feel like, tier 2 ground, but it's been working for them for most of the tournament.
The thing is, tier 2 air is really oppressive in the correct circumstances, so it kind of makes sense to go for it, but...
Ooh.
Auto going very greedy.
But
I mean, again, you have so much eco to spend. But this getting through is a bit of a pain, and I wonder if Kuchi's going to go for shurikens. Yeah, he is. Why am I even wondering?
Yeah, I remember the meta on this.
What am I wondering for?
Back in OS1 was definitely like you have one dude just clicking the shuriken button nonstop, but does kill one of the titles for that supporter.
Is that worth it? Probably.
I feel like maybe it would have been a little better to keep going and just harass the backline, you know, like draw their attention, APM tax.
I don't know if he knows that there was a con going through. If he went through and just started killing the con, that might have been better. Or like delayed it until the con starts making a mix and then you send it in.
It's actually super similar to the OS1 build that we did with the C players pass out really early, just a couple boats to the land players.
Yeah, you're right. I do remember that because it stops any mid play. But we do see a lot of Shuris. There is one supporter behind King's base that Slick has. Is being hunted by Shuris at the moment, but we'll see if this
Sash is getting the reclaim in mid from he's just uncontested getting the reclaim with this Resbot.
That's very nice for them. That's a big eco boost. The thing we're going to have to watch is, can the Navy players safely make this play without the Shuris intervening? And I always think it's a big struggle to play C if you don't have X cover.
I almost feel like Kings is making too many ground units. I know that's crazy. They've made like 2 blitzes, but that feels like too many. Like, what are these blitzes and Rovers gonna do with 3 frigates and a herring driving at them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I do not think you're wrong at all. The land units are just fake on this map. It's all about having more naval units. If you don't have more naval units, you're not really playing the game. And now mexes are being denied. And that's really bad because Navy's so snowbally. If any mex is... Emre's putting up 2 torpedo launches. He doesn't believe he can contest it. What is King's game plan at the moment? I'm legitimately wondering. They just lost all their shurikens to herrings.
Yeah, the Rovers are surrounding the herring, but it's a water, guys. You can't shoot the boat from the water.
What is the game plan here? They're going to just get rolled over and die. They have almost no Navy.
Yeah, I'm a little confused at what they're doing. I'm somehow they're gonna have to bring this back, but I'm really, unless they get some hot D guns or some really good trade.
Autopilot's getting destroyers out already to start breaking through, and the Shuris are committing. Okay, this is maybe their best chance here, but the herrings are in place.
There are multiple
gets stunned, but
subs.
the frigates are going to rip this. The Riptides destroy the supporters. And there's just more Navy here.
Just not enough boats at all for Emre to actually properly capitalize on this. He's getting good damage, but I think
Auto just goes in. He wins the destroyer's dead. He won the fight, and now there's 1,500 reclaim field here that Autopilot's just going to get.
Well,
and the Shuris are dead.
And I see an air lab swap from Sash Corn in mid as well.
There is a contest happening on the other side, but we see this frigate. Orca Navy, and Genetics is just in danger of dying here.
It's very similar as
well. Maybe the Shuris can make a Euro play, but I think that Genetics goes down to the subs, and Emre is not going to be able to get this reclaim field. There's a 20% metal advantage already.
Ooh, man, TM did not like...
goes down as well.
They did not like what happened in the last game. They were looking way too dominant here.
They are unhappy. Ooh, Shuris coming in will be a bit of a problem here. There is not sufficient AA cover. But we do see that there are now fighters out for Sash.
And where are the boats to capitalize on this? Skag is sending a single sub. There's 1 destroyer. They probably will clean this up,
but... into the water. I mean, honestly, Skag getting into the water is going to stabilize this. The fact that the Shuris came in and killed this, now this is actually a pretty heavily TM favorite, I'd say, because Spodey's going to struggle to match both. I say that as he loses another thing, and we see the ships moving over, and Vic is knocking on their front door.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what... I mean, Skag is going to lose his lab here, I think, or maybe loses his life. His head is out of the water.
And it's going to be difficult to get that head under the water. He has to keep heading for deeper. The lab's going to go down, and Juries get taken out. I mean, I thought they got a good fight there, but TM is just still oppressively pushing forward here.
And positionally, just not able to fight back with pushed all the way back.
What the Banshees are doing, though. Gonna be honest.
The Banshees are here.
Banshees fighting.
All right, they're doing stuff. They're dead.
Moral support. Chisato is currently walking into Kuchi's base.
Well, Kuchi started his self-team, but he can't exactly even approach Chisato. There's boats there. There's just, like, Kings can't leave their base because there are boats in front of them.
Did Emre manage to secure the wreckage field? I can't quite see. They've been fighting this whole time.
Some of it.
He got some of it.
He really is down.
But I actually think that Auto just pushes the and kills him.
Yeah, Emre has like 4 boats here. I don't know. This is going to be a hard fight for Emre. He has multiple urchins. What does that even do?
Yeah, the multiple urchins, they are sending a message of please don't attack me, not don't attack me.
We are closed for business.
There is currently a almost 100% army advantage for TM. Yeah, they were not happy. But we do see that Spodey is currently getting pushed really hard by these subs that Skag made.
Yeah.
And honestly, this flank is having some issues.
You know, Skag has definitely managed to push back here. Oh, losing, dude, cannot lose all these subs to this urchin, though. Genetics is here as well to kill the BP. Spodey might actually die here.
I mean, he's definitely going to leak through there. He stops this. The subs will get through.
I think the 2 urchins will be enough.
I am surprised that they didn't opt for seaplanes yet. I feel like maybe Sash goes T2A, yeah? I'm honestly not sure, but...
I almost wonder if this fighter commitment is like a fear. Like, not quite, maybe fear is the wrong word, but respect. They're respecting the how many times they've been comm dropped.
Yeah.
What is Akuchi doing with this? He's trying to drop a tower somewhere. I just don't...
I think he wants to put the LLT on top of the hill, but I don't think he can for some reason.
Greco with the very forward vehicle lab. Maybe gonna start pressuring.
Not sure about this. This seems unnecessary as well to me.
Yeah, because don't boats just kill all of this too? I mean, I guess you're gonna open the door with boats and then commit with the vehicles, but still, yeah, I kind of... How is Emre not
I mean,
there?
Emre holds on. I don't know. I have so many questions, but he's holding on, and as bad as it had gone for Kings, kind of feels like it's semi-stabilizing for them.
These subs in the backline from Skag are going to do so much damage. It's kind of unreal. They're already done so much damage. They've killed so many mexes. They're not slowing down.
And there's a lot of, like, Autopilot has a fair bit of eco at the back here, and I don't think he has any defenses. Can Kings pull off a massive comeback where it looked like they were just dead in the water, quite literally?
If you look at the statistics, it should be no, right? Like, it should be no,
it should
but...
be.
Oh, Skag. Swapping into a seaplane right as
probably the wrong time for this, as a crashing navy of...
giant...
Everything shows up.
Giant
Flick
navy
has gotten into the water as well.
Commander destroyed.
It does look like Chisato's comm went down, possibly because Chisato has 3 seconds of delay, but you know.
No. That was pure unadulterated skill. That's what we're going with. We're definitely not saying Chisato lagged out. Skag
it's possible also that he just walked into a navy as well.
Yeah, it does look like Emre is
sure he's not creating a serious problem.
Yeah, but they're doing this, but there's no follow-up, right? Like, we have Skag can walk up.
And there's mostly subs under them as well.
That's so many subs, too.
Yeah, no, this base is just dead. Like, these subs just commit in, it is completely dead.
Well, Skag
should probably focus down some things, yeah.
Skag's subs in the backline are still going, but like, I see air cons from Sash Goran just instantly replacing these mexes that they've lost.
Yeah.
But one base is dead. A whole side for Kings has gone down.
But Emre is making a lot of pressure here with these destroyers. They are doing a lot of work.
Well, Greco is probably going to die here. There shouldn't be any way he can get out of this. He's going to dodge as long as he can, but...
Oh, sure he's committed, but again, no follow-up for them.
Greco goes down.
It does end up going down. Chisato in a bit of a bad position here. Is Emre going to find a way to Wooly's team to...
Literally, if anybody can do it, it's him, man. He's killing everybody, but it's kind of a weird moment as Otto is actually collapsing on him, and Emre's going to lose the majority of his navy here.
Yeah, he's going to get caught here, and these Riptides are about to shred through these destroyers if he commits them a bit closer. He's kind of letting them get away and get around the corner. Auto not fully committing here. I'm not even sure why.
This is super awkward.
By the way, Domino's comm has nearly reached Sashkoran's base. It's not going to get further, I can tell you that much, but...
There he goes. Emre somehow didn't lose everything. He is totally surrounded. The Shurikens are trying to do what they can, but that is a lot of units.
Submarines approaching him.
Oh my god. A Trash Panda getting volleyed down. Nice dodges, gonna try and buy some time for his team, but not a lot you can do here at that level of firepower being thrown at him.
There's just too many units to dodge effectively.
Emre is commander's in a
army advantage is now just absolutely crushing. Nearly 200% lead for TM.
Yeah.
Emre's army just completely caught out, and the Sign vote comes out as the suns go down. GG's called, and game 3 going to TM 2-1 at the moment.
Honestly, there was some
no
signs
tier 2 transports.
No tier 2 transports, that's true, but there were some signs of life there. But I feel like that was just kind of a super awkward build from Kings. I really don't know if they just didn't respect the sea enough, I feel like. Where
there was like too many ground units were made too early and just couldn't get anything versus the sea. And I mean, they had a nice counterattack onto Spodey, and yet somehow when you look again, it's TM that's pushing back with a giant fleet.
It is funny to me that basically was mirrored just the Mega Series 1 Tropical Assault build from TM. Like, it's just a cleaner version. Like, and it's like, we played this map in tournaments. We know how this plays, and then you see King, and they just really didn't. I don't know.
Kings was doing a similar idea, right? It's not like they were on their own wild build path there.
Yeah. It's just the making any tier 1 units on ground at all almost is just seems not worth it. How do any tier 1 units fight a frigate? You know.
I think Skag had the right idea getting into the sea, and we really saw that payoff when I think Slick went into the water as well. But yeah, kind
of just not as good. You know what? TM's build was just better. That's just what else can you say? It was just a cleaner build.
was pulling some magic off there, because I swear I looked at him twice and thought he was completely dead, and then every time I looked back, he was holding his position. So yeah, Emre pulling the Emre magic is still.
I wonder, when we saw Spodey go from no Navy to full Navy, I actually wonder if maybe Otto paused Navy production, and maybe that's why Emre didn't die. Maybe he paused it just so more metal would be going to the other side of the map.
That would make a lot of sense. I know I also saw Sash flying 1 or 2 nano turrets over to assist. So
yeah, that would make sense.
Probably they started dumping more resources in.
Well, we have 2-1 up for TM at this point. On the road to Hell's prediction, I don't know. I'm hoping we go the whole distance. All right, but Kings definitely.
I forgot what your prediction was. Well, I forgot which one my prediction was. Did I go 4-1?
I think you said 4-1. I actually agreed with you. I think 4-1 was pretty honest. Pretty. I mean, Ancient Vault.
It was 4-1 or 4-2. That's the real one. But Ancient Vaults is going to be.
And can you imagine if they do the Aphis challenge on CCR? Oh man, can you imagine? I
think the thing is, as far as I know, Kuchi had the record last time I checked. So TM accepting this challenge,
I hope
would be brave. Imagine that's the game that ends the tournament. Oh, please.
Okay, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea. Okay, I don't know.
I am here for it.
It would be really funny, but I don't know if it's good.
Wow, this map, I love the color, but I don't know if I like looking at it for a long time.
It is definitely a vibrant map. I want to say it's relatively old. I feel like this map has been in bar for most of the time that I've been playing, but
I don't think I've ever played it though.
Oh, was it one of the Nation Wars? I think it was the Nation Wars that I played. This was one of the maps for it, and honestly, pretty cool map. I didn't dislike it at all in a 4v4 format. It's a little crowded, I think, for a 6v6, but
yeah. So question time for you, Lost. Are we going to see a T2 transport?
I think we could. Game? Honestly, there's an access to geos. It's choke pointy. I think we could. And you know it's going to be a centralized
wind
base.
Is really strong.
Yeah, 820 wind. I think we could.
But we're going to probably see a lot of. Oh, man, I hate it. We're going to see a lot of sea units, I guess.
Yeah, Skag saying I love playing bar, which is hundreds of maps, and somehow they're all sea. They did roll a lot of sea maps on this somehow.
To be fair, you know, the world is like 70% water, or is that us? I don't remember, but it makes sense. A lot of maps will have water
There's a
on
lot
them.
of water, yeah.
We
that
just
does
have to
make
learn
sense.
how to drink.
Okay, interesting. Kind of pretty relatively standard spawns, I think, overall.
Yeah, I'm guessing double naval labs, one
Yeah.
land, one air.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you kind of need to have... If I remember right, don't quote me on this. I think this mid-water is the one where subs can't cross. Maybe it was
Looks like
big
it.
tier 2 boats. One or the other. One or the other, you
No,
couldn't cross.
this is very shallow. I think ticks can probably cross this.
It's super awkward to have one sea lab on a map like this, especially just with the terrain, not even counting the mid situation.
Because you have the like narrow choke point at the top, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can defend it easily, but you need something to defend it with.
Cloak?
It'll be interesting to see.
Very interesting. Coochie pinging in the south. Cloak, calm hold forever. And I'm wondering, is he saying no sea lab here? Is that why you would suggest this, or is he just saying play defensive?
Probably.
Or
I mean, you'll definitely be able to buy a lot of time. And Skag is probably saying, okay, I believe you, but you need to do
yeah, yeah. You notice they swap right at the end.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, show me. Okay.
I trust you, but you're gonna need to prove it to me.
Yeah, okay, so we got
see
two...
double naval lab.
That makes
which
sense.
is expected. Now the question is going to be, are we going to see, I'm not sure, do you need ground units? Or can just sending 2 comms forward do it? I'm not sure.
I think you need some, right? I think this is kind of similar to a lot of other these choke pointy maps where you need enough to secure the frontline choke. And then you just get off of ground. You don't really need ground units. What are they going to do?
It is a pretty wide front, to be fair. But I mean, if you get like one Riptide there, you're chilling as well.
Yeah, it could be another situation where maybe we have later another sea lab, maybe, or just probably more realistically get sea units shared.
I want to see someone go T2 air and just go Lich to counter Navy.
But why do that when we can go tier 2 air, make 3 tier 2 transports, and fly our commanders into their base? Hells, have you considered that? Have you?
Yeah, they are not wrong. Well, am I actually playing the game? That's true. Maybe I'm the one who's been wrong all along.
Yeah, really, just tier 2 transports, man. Sash getting shared one of these boats to patrol mid.
Yeah, is AD going to get here? Okay, no, that is a destroyer first. Wow, that's a commitment.
Yeah, it will be able to shut down this little attempted raiding by AD. I do see a sub from Genetics.
Honestly, if AD like hard micros was, Destroyer kind of sucks at hitting supporters.
AD doesn't even want it. He doesn't want to chance it.
And I think they saw the sub. Yeah, they should have seen the sub.
Well, Sash is also going to see the con, but loses supporter. Seeing the sub is pretty big, useful information, although it does look like Spodey does have a sub already built and ready to go.
Okay, so we have shurikens out already. Okay, both sides. Oh, actually interesting. Domino opting for a vehicle lab at the back because they need to take the skill. But I assume he's going to switch into an air lab now. We have shurikens out. Wait, am I delusional? I am delusional. That wasn't Shuri's, that was Scouts. Okay, they're both optimal vehicle labs. I am delusional these days.
I have a feeling we're going to see... Yeah, okay, the instant geo... I know TM has really prioritized grabbing these geos as quickly as they can. Every map that has them.
That's... Sub takes... Genetics taking out the sub in the sub-on-sub violence.
Oh,
Coochie.
Coochie with the amazing lab blocks. Actually, the only thing stopping between, like in between him and his losing his destroyer. Very well done there. Just
honestly, if you look,
around.
Really nice play by Coochie, but even to the north, I actually think Kings is coming out pretty ahead. The sub took out the opposing sub as well as the con over there, and there's another destroyer in this area, so it might be tough up that side.
Interesting. This is. I feel like this is really going to be like the tier 2 choices here, as this is a very choke pointy map, and basically both sides have their own C side that's getting sort of blocked in and unable to push out.
And Skag got through mud, by the way. Skag has
Oh.
Council over on the other side, and I don't think there's a lab to deal with them.
That's actually massive value. He's going to kill multiple Nexus here, but potentially the Con.
And I think Spodie's just losing. Honestly, this game is like snowballing rapidly out of control, I would honestly say, for TM. Like, they're trying to force a composition that is just not really working at the moment.
Spodie really probably is at that point. He needs to stop moving and cloak, as he is getting volleyed down by these destroyers.
He could maybe commit himself in here, but he needs to be really careful. This is getting super dangerous.
A lot of damage is being done.
There's if he goes down here, the game will end. Like, the game is just over if he dies there.
That was...
And Skag being a true gremlin as well, putting up a torpedo launch out here.
Oh, that's super annoying. That's a good position for that. It's going to be very difficult for TM to deal with.
Okay, I'm just saying, I really want to see a lich.
There's no way they make a
convinced.
lich over a transport. Unless it's TM. TM could do it, but...
Oh, ooh. Does he pull off this comm bomb?
Emre tells him to do it, but... Oh, man. I think it's a little too
That's still
late.
a lot of subs.
Commander
He's going to get the
destroyed.
subs for
subs.
sure.
Survive. The lab just transitioned forward. I mean...
He should get the medal, probably, I think, here, but that is 4 destroyers.
I don't think he can dive this. I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I mean, but it's even frigates to destroyers. Even if he kills 1 destroyer, he's not going to win the rest of this fight. I think desperately
Yeah.
Kings need to start reclaiming this medal, though. They're kind of just leaving it on there. He's starting it now.
Oh, they are... We see the transition player to ending Spodie all of the boats that went south.
Oh my god, the torpedoes shooting the poor mountain. Where was that one even going? But yeah, this flank from Spodie is going to be very difficult for Kings to deal with.
I wonder if Jasada just sends his comm down there as well, or auto moves over. I'm surprised we're not seeing any, like, divergence yet in their builds. It's just smashing head in more.
And Genetics doesn't seem to be reacting to this. He's reacting now, but he had a lot of time to prepare for these boats coming, and...
Doesn't look like he's going to commit in too hard, though. And I do think that Vic is currently now facing his own issue, and maybe Kuchi sneaks through. They do need to commit. He needs to go in at the same time. This flank could catch him, and it could not. I don't know. I legitimately don't know who comes out ahead here. 1 destroyer going down. Pretty nice trade so far.
Emre and his urchins. Name a more weirdly iconic
Emre
duo.
is possibly going to take himself out, not committing.
He does get spotted.
And it looks like at the end of this all, the method's going to end up mostly heading over to... Ooh, but this Navy! Oh, Spodie!
Ooh, good catch. Good catch. from
Spodie taking on
Kings.
the content.
And the
And
bench.
she's out.
Your favorite air
it's bad.
unit getting deployed to contribute to this.
Of course it's Banshee. Why am I even surprised?
They're really doing massive damage to these frigates and forcing them back. Emre is getting a lot of this metal. About 1,000 metal,
Yeah, no,
2,000 metal on the ground here.
Somehow TM is ahead, but in metal produced, but army value is heavily favoring things at the moment.
This metal is looking super scary. TM is starting to get some of it, but actually I think Genetics might have overcommitted his destroyers here. Emre might need to get a great comm bomb to defend them.
Not going to commit to any deeper, worried about that comm bomb again, but honestly really good. I thought Spodie had misplayed his hand here, but he still comes out ahead on this fight. But at the same time, Slick is currently struggling pretty hard down here to hold. His comm is probably going to go down.
Is this water shallow enough for the destroyer to spot him? I don't... he's still getting hit enough. It might not matter, but that destroyer does get volleyed down.
Oh, it looks like Trash Panda's decided he needs to send this whole fleet up to try and save them. And honestly, if Spodey realizes right now that this is happening, he should just dive and this base is going to die. There is nothing they can do. Emre is getting volleyed down by the subs.
Oh,
both comms go down in the south. Kuchi and Slick going down. Both players swarming with res subs. But I do think that Panda now has an opportunity to take out Slick's base.
Yeah, I feel like at this point you're never gonna get up there in time, right?
Commit.
I feel like you need to
Why
commit.
does Spodey not commit?
You need to commit in one direction. Either go up north and support genetics, or commit into killing Slick. I think just one. Just pick one to do it.
Skag. Skag is making a play. Skag has been draining some of this eco to get blitzes out. Can't just hard to get there in time.
I don't dislike this at all. So this is a total from left field Skag play that we've kind of come to expect, as there's nothing to contest these blitzes just running through mid.
I can't believe that Spodey didn't commit there. Like, once he pushed through forward, I thought this base was just dead, but he didn't send it. And Sash, Auto's responding walking mid. I think Sash needs to run mid as well. We do see Janice being quickly panic made by autopilot. It looks like perhaps Spodey's going to commit in onto the base as well.
Ooh, the self-DL.
This game is getting spicy.
Not quite gonna reach.
It's a little bit of damage,
Oh, he
but I
needs to
think
spread.
the comms are in time with the Janice. Com is arriving, Janice hitting, and down to 4. Probably not worth it overall. I think we might see Slick's base going down here.
It might be worth it. It pulled a lot of metal away from TM. Like a whole lab, multiple Janice. Kind of a crucial moment, right? Like, I feel like... Well, we got tier
Army value still favoring... Oh yeah, T2 is out.
Yeah, we have Jags coming. That being said, both teams have lost their respective, like, stronger lanes in C. This is a very interesting situation.
I think it favors, honestly, King still with the T2 out. We do see an air lab coming now for TM, but I'm not sure what they'll transition into, and the Jags are going to be a serious issue. I mean, it's not hard to defend the choke point, but the front base is going to die. And I think we're about to see a big switch into a really aggro fight. And Emre just has a torp launcher sitting on this hill, busy blowing up the Navy.
Oh man, Skag being
and Spodey's just sitting there. What is Spodey? Spodey is... Ooh. That's scary.
I feel like Trash Panda needs to be kind of careful here. His whole Navy is very spread out, and Spodey is not spread out at all. You do not want to take this fight until you are fully ready.
I think Spodey should just kind of go. Like, it looks like he might go, but he turned the subs around, so I'm not sure.
Oh.
Is he committing forward if he's not sending his subs in?
Well, the subs can't. Remember, like this is not traversable. The frigates are getting on top of the destroyers.
It's close. I think the destroyers have now like been outpaced by the riptides in front of them, so this trade is starting to heavily favor Spodey, but still there's a fair bit of Navy in front, and if Skag can get in here... yeah, he needs to retreat now. But Skag is going to probably go down.
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to get much of a comm bomb either.
And the cons are here eating. The Jags are still denying a lot of space. Eco is somehow still in TM's favor.
This is a wild situation. Both teams have a lot of these subs that they're not real. I'm watching Trash Panda try and micro the subs in. And I think Spodey's doing the same. Neither one realizes, I think, that they actually can't drive their subs over this shallow water. AD is in a position to do something amazing.
Oh, he canceled.
Oh
my god, he reloaded it.
Oh, he reloaded it just to target it and nukes the Navy of Kings.
That is a devastating hit. That is so much Navy down. The subs are still alive, actually being insanely difficult and pesty over there, but we see T2 Air coming out of TM now, trying to
Oh, Hells.
We see a Lich. I knew it!
Hells, he's
Yes!
listening to you. Oh, man.
Everyone's listening.
That's great.
We have Kuchi going the Lich and TM with the T2 Air. I think that's actually very unfortunate for them, that the Lich is coming out. It'll be interesting. I think that Lich is just going to immediately beeline for these Riptides and try to nail...
Do you go for the Navy here? Do you like maybe if you're Kuchi, do you assume that they have their AGO? Because you know there's a centralized
Honestly, you
lane
might
here,
assume
right?
that, which is ironic that this is the game that TM is not macroing in the slightest.
Oh, he's going. Recon might, or
both
Panda
going
might
see
be able to get his...
T2 Navy.
Oh, he
They're
might
both
get his
going
own...
to see that T2 at the same time.
Trash Panda with the comp bomb actually kills a decent chunk of that Navy with the combo with the Lich. Spody just lost...
And, yeah, the Lich going in.
The majority of his Navy.
But unfortunately for them, at this stage... Oh, they took such a bad air trade.
Oh, the Lich is probably going to go down here.
Lab, he's going to go for the T2 lab. If he's going to get to the T2... Okay, no,
I mean, he should be able to outrun the tier 1 fighters eventually. Actually, the height difference is killing him.
Yeah, there's too many AA boats as well.
There is 8,000 metal on the ground right here. This is like... this is game-losing metal. You kind of cannot afford to not get this metal. Torpedo bombers coming out.
So, yeah, TM taking a page out of the previous book from Kings running the torpedo bombers. Honestly, we also see Sash getting back in the water on this side. That's not a good sign. I saw Trash Panda's mechs is e-stalling. But it looks like Kings is just being brute forced off the wreck field here, and there are multiple cons in place to start eating up that metal. And even with this T2 mech's advantage, AGO up, the Lich strikes again, takes out 3 Riptides, but...
I thought the Lich was going to die there, but actually just barely. Oh, it's going to fly right into these herrings.
Yeah, that is a lot of herrings. And it goes down. Takes out the cons with it. But I think off the back of this, we're just seeing TM getting a massive lead.
The tier 2 mech situation for Kings is actually very promising right now, right? They have most of their mechs as tier 2, but yeah, it's kind of at the cost of, well, they've lost all map control. They don't have anybody in the sea anymore. Yeah. 8D's commander is going to start reclaiming all of this.
And they've lost 2 Liches, which is pricey. We do see Sash! Oh. Sash is currently...
Come on, Sash. You know you want to do it. Come on. Come on, please.
I mean, he's doing it. It's a question of where. Oh, there's a lot of fighters.
There's a lot of fighters.
He should just drop.
Sash is going to land in time. I mean,
he denies another AGO and will kill a Max, and I don't think he goes down that easily.
I think it's going to take a while to kill him for sure. He's going to get a lot of tier 2 mexes off this. At a minimum 3, I think, right? We have tier 2 gunships being made, but if he keeps walking...
It'll be interesting to see if they can cover Sash with enough fighters, but they are very outfighted at the moment. We see T2 Navy out for Spody as well, which will help them upgrade more mexes, which is going to start equalizing.
Yeah, I'm really not thinking Sash is going to get that far with these gunships, as it does look like, you know, Kings is getting air control.
I think he'll take out all these T2 mexes. And honestly, that's still big for him.
It's super worth. Super worth, right? He's going to kill, what, 4 tier 2 mexes?
Can you just go look at AT's commander quickly? Before this one dies. What is he doing? Is he capturing? He's reclaiming res subs. Nice.
I see. AT doing what AT does. Oh, Sash is going to try and go for the water instead of go for the last mex.
He cloaks.
Wait, is he gonna make?
Oh! They're shooting in the water, but...
There's no way. I mean, the wobble? Wow.
He loved.
That's crazy. I'm shocked he actually survived there.
That was some sick decision making there to, like, stop his walk path.
Well, TM has now started the thing that TM does best, and they have the macro machine turned on. We have tier 2 mexes going up, we have a brute finished, a second AGO going up. If there's...
And another comm has just hit the bases. A second comm has hit the bases.
Unfortunately, that comm is arriving just in time to get, you know, rough-necked.
I do think that they can contest the air now. I actually think they have more air.
With the AA
They
boats
can
as
maybe
well.
rescue. Yeah. Large T2 Navy actually coming out of Trash Panda might be somewhat difficult for them to deal with. But this is the sort of thing that you build glitches to kill.
I do, you know, I do remember.
Oh, I don't think you should dive here.
Yeah, do not dive on that battleship. But I do remember with this map, not only can subs not cross the mid, I'm pretty sure battleships also cannot, if I remember right.
That would make sense, yeah, I would agree. I don't see how that would
Yeah, they
could
cannot.
cross.
And Spody having the tier 2 lab in the north means he kind of can't support this down here. It's really going to rely on, you know, maybe Slick, like, eats his lab and goes tier 2, and Spody eats his and goes tier, and like, just funnels everything south. But
Is 80 about to start gremlin moding? Well, we're going to find out if the battleship can reach here or not. I think the answer is no, looking at this.
Yeah. I looked at it with the
see.
terrain thing. It definitely cannot traverse this. It's gonna hit this and just hard stop.
Yeah.
Uh,
The comm explosion has created a bit of an inlet. If they committed another 5 commanders, it might get over, but...
Tier 2 bombers being revealed just to hit AD. Kind of surprised
To get him out.
they would
I mean,
reveal that.
do you ever want to let 8D exist in peace?
Okay, definitely
Real
no,
question.
but at the same time, do you want to reveal the, oh, abductor's coming forward.
Okay.
There's no way. No, I'm sorry. There's just no way.
The fighters have all arrived. They're like, no, 80 is staying there.
Yeah.
Stop trying.
You're not saving him. Ooh.
But I think this is the big air fight. This is going to slide a lot because there's a lot of torpedo bombers if they lose air control, and it is so
they
even
are.
at the moment.
Like, they're hard losing air control. Taking that
yeah.
fight. AT goes
80
down.
goes down, but
Oh, the
it
flak boats
does
are
appear that
Oh no, it got shared to Emre and they were idle behind this, the torpedo
and
bombers.
they're busy volleying that navy, just getting absolutely wrecked here. One of the bombers going down as well. We see missile boats starting to move up on the flanks on the coast to the north. And the numbers are just not looking very good for Kings. They came out swinging this game, but TM just, funny enough, went to tempo play.
Yeah, Slick just needs to buy time, really, more than anything, just not die. He has a tier 2 lab himself coming up, battleships being made, and I think really
Build a
once he starts
flagship,
bumping,
Slick. Build a flagship.
he could. I honestly, at this point, he probably could. Spody is making a pretty massive tier 1 navy in the north, which I have a feeling is going to come down and surprise Panda momentarily.
Yeah, and so many torpedo bombers still alive and about, and any push forward by Panda is just getting hit. And this is the sort of micro you want to see on the torpedo bombers. They run in, fire, and hit the cliff. That's
Yeah,
perfect-
right into that
perfect
clip.
timing
Like,
on
this is
that
what
one.
happens, Hells. We
Yeah, just
talk about
perfect
things.
timing. Just hard to put that one better, you know. Great defensive micro out of Trash Panda, using a cliff to block the torpedoes.
I'm really wondering. I mean, Spody is hiding this in a jammer ship. I'm wondering when he's going to hit the go button. I think this will be the last blow to King.
Probably waiting for Slick to get into a bit of a better position. I think Slick wants to bait this navy a little bit more forward before it commits, but they might just retreat.
Yeah, I mean, Kings just really just doesn't have the unit count to fight this. The torpedo bombers just being relentlessly shooting that mountain. I don't know why I was going to talk about it being good. Just destroying that mountain.
Clearly offended them.
Yeah.
Genius defensive play out of the mountain there, taking no damage.
Oh, the go button has been hit. The frigates are on the way and just now getting spotted, getting pinged by these pawns.
Emre with the warning units, but that navy's committed in, and that's why the go button's being sounded.
Yakuchi's hard committing, but there's no base there. It's in the other.
And he's energy stalled.
Oh,
Well, that's sad. That navy wasn't even necessary. That navy can just now turn around and go down the choke that other navy came from, and
Kuchi sharing the navy to Domino as it dies, just absolving himself of all responsibility of that navy's death.
Domino sending the navy into its death right there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I have a feeling these frigates they just continue to float their little frigate bodies all the way down into kill kings and push them out of the water once and for all.
Honestly, don't you think this is where you just go T3 arm and Marauder walk the
You could.
sides?
I mean, there's so many different avenues to hit with Marauders on a map like this, and
Yeah. TM is also sitting at a 600% army advantage, 700% army advantage at the moment.
that sounds very
It's-
familiar, like oddly familiar. I don't know where I've heard this one. I
Yeah.
see EMP launcher coming.
Nearly 800, 940%.
Now
Big
that
EMP in there.
that is a
And these
skag I
Dragon
expect to
Wars,
see.
if they don't send this Navy, and these Dragon Wars are going to actually light up this fleet, but
Boy, is he gonna retreat? I mean, the battleships are here. Even then, I don't know. Even with insane efficiency here, these dragon or brimstones. Oh my god, you had me. These fire shooty ships are definitely not going to be able to
the
fight.
flamethrowers of death.
Yeah.
But yes, Brimstone. Sorry, not Dragon Balls.
They're not going to be able to fight up to that. Yep, and Kings,
GG is
let's call
cool.
it.
3-1 TM at the moment, looking very dominant in the wins, but man, Kings has had them on the ropes a few times.
That was an interesting game, all things considered. I'm not really sure.
I'm still not sure how Bodhi stabilized topside and sending the Navy up from bot side didn't result in Flick getting knocked out of the water was surprising to me. And they had such good arrests in the middle with both the rovers getting through and then Blitz.
Yeah, and just faster tier 2. I mean, maybe the tier 2 mexes, I don't want to say killed them, but like it gave them good economy, but the moment that they started going hard on these tier 2 mexes, they just kind of fell so far behind in units.
It killed their tempo, and they really needed tempo, while TM just didn't go T2. And yeah, they just capitalized on that tempo loss of the T2 transition against them and managed to pull out ahead.
Yeah, it was just kind of an interesting like situation there, where usually it's the other way around, right? We'll see TM go for the way greedier, faster tier 2 mexes and somehow not die despite being the greediest little pigs of all time, but this time it was actually the other way around, and Kings did just seem to fall over. Like they did not have the units to contest their North Sea and really, or just outright win their South Sea until it was kind of just too late.
Yeah, I think that maybe the Lich had one window where it might have been able to reach the T2 Air Lab, and maybe that was a path through for Kings, but man, at some point, again, it just feels like TM snaps the door shut on your finger while you're trying to get in, and you're just stuck, unable to end the game, and they just grind you out. It's fascinating to see it.
I almost kind of feel like the Liches maybe were also like a big turning point on that game, because those Liches are super expensive. The tier 2 Air Lab's super expensive, and then what value did those Liches get? Like
At the end of the day, not a lot.
Not a whole lot,
at
maybe,
all.
right? Like they killed like what, 8 boats total, something like that. Like
If even.
like it's insanely expensive for those how expensive those bombers are, and yeah, I feel like if you're gonna go this Lich play, you need to have air control. Oh, hold on, I got it. Yeah, true. Hold on, can I? You're welcome. All right. No, I mean, it's funny because there's always the differences between like what people want for tournaments, and everybody wants something different, you know, for like the zoom out level. And basically,
No, I'm taking the bullet for you, Lost.
yeah, exactly.
I'll jump on it.
What we've determined, all right, those poor souls that get to run these tournaments, is that everybody else is wrong because everybody complains about different things, and that's fair. We are just gonna look at robots fighting and hope for the best. That is what we that is what we can do.
You know what the true story is? Just look at the mini-map on the stream, and
Yep.
then you'll never miss out on
Yep.
anything.
Exactly. You want your icon wars? Look at the minimap. You want your fancy robots? You look straight ahead. But no, it's definitely it's one of those things where you just kind of can't please everybody, and those that are not pleased, unfortunately, got to deal with it. But
Also, I think they're probably memeing you at this moment.
Probably.
Or me. One of us is getting memed. But any thoughts on Ancient Vault? What do you see happening on this map? Because I have never seen this map played in anything remotely serious.
I hope somebody reses the battleship. That's what I hope. I hope somebody reses the battleship. Those of you that don't know, let's see. Can I swap? I'll swap over in a second. I gotta find the map first. There it is. Ancient Vaults. So if I swap to maps, we can now. The players said they needed 2 or 3 minutes to basically they needed a break. All right, they had some stressful games. Ancient Vault is the map coming up. Those of you not in the know, this northern portion has, what would you say, 15,000 metal in Reclaim?
I have never played this map, seriously, so I cannot tell you anything other than I know there are T2 Con wrecks there. There's a Fat Boy wreck there, as far as I'm aware.
There's a battleship wreck, Hells. There's an
a
anti-nuke boat
battleship
wreck.
on a land map.
All right.
Yeah. I don't even know how that functions. I don't know what happens if you res them on land.
I actually am not 100% sure either, and I've played this map several times. All I know is there's a gunslinger, and that's always the most fun thing to res. Oh, it looks like maybe TM is ready, but they are missing a King's subject. It looks like King's is...
Oh, that would be so funny if they sent someone to look at the map.
Well, I mean, but it's Ancient Vault. I mean, come on, like we all know how this map works. I feel like we should. It gets played every now and again.
I don't actually know who is. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's genetics is missing, but yeah. Those of you that don't know, there's a lot of metal. Just an obscene amount of metal, and it's really gonna come down to
very
who wins
game-breaking resable thing.
Yeah, very
That's the
game-breaking.
real. It'll be interesting to see. This is the map that I have no idea. I literally could not guess anything about how this plays out. It's probably just a fist fight in T1 and try to res something.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely comes down to who's going to secure the reclaim, right? Like, I don't see any
whoever
other...
secures the reclaim wins.
Yeah, I really don't see any other path for this map.
Do you think you just eat, maybe? You don't waste time resing, you just eat everything and try to dump it more to get more of the field?
Probably, yeah. Emre immediately pings the Tsar, circling it.
Despot Haven.
Isn't this the old Haven? Is this... Wait, isn't there a different... Oh, I'm losing my mind. I don't know. I swear there was a new model for this. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
Poison arrow. Okay, it feels a bit unfair that one side has a poison arrow in their spawn and the other side has a Tar slightly ahead. There's a mammoth!
Look,
in the spawn.
I'm just saying this map may not be balanced for competitive, but we are here now.
There are also 3.6 mexes.
It's not the most competitive map, guys, alright? Yeah, okay, TM, they know the mission. They know the mission. And I think Kings is not really respecting this as much as they need to.
What do you call this summoning circle? The summoning Audi?
I don't even know, man. They're
They're kind of making the Audi logo at the moment with their positions. Just need Tilo to move a bit. Yeah, there we go.
Maybe I shouldn't. I was gonna type whoever reses the battleship wins, but maybe I don't wanna. Maybe they haven't seen the battleship.
As a castle, let's not curse it.
Yeah, I don't wanna.
There's a Tremor as well. There's a Starlight. There's T2 Con and Butlers, but I think you need a transport to get those. There's 10 mexes worth 3.6 metal, so I have no idea how this is going to play out, but I am excited to see. Where is the last TM player going to go? Because TM needs to be careful about running out of resources. and letting like
Dude,
Skag run into their
gonna,
back line.
are they gonna run out of resources with how much metal's here, do you think?
I guess maybe you just put the lab between Spodey, Tilo, and 8D and send Greco and Auto to eat and take the Mexes.
Yeah, I really am not 100%. I mean, the most expensive mexes are around the Reclaim. The Geos are around the Reclaim. Like, this north position is just so totally dominant.
That's so funny that Sash and Coochie are also both just on opposite sides.
I mean, there are a
As
lot
far
of
from
X's.
everyone else as possible.
There are a lot of X's, right? It kind of is worthwhile, all things considered. A vehicle lab?
And there's no wind. Oh my god, there's no wind.
No, yeah, it's a moon, right? It's you know, it's a moon. But
I have no idea. Okay, I don't know why the vehicle lab. I guess maybe you take the vehicle lab if you're just going to eat everything.
yeah, I kind of like the 2 lab actually from Greco and Otto here, if they can support it, which I have a feeling they will be able to.
Probably.
But the incisors will fight the vest, and Otto, I'm assuming, just focuses on Reclaim. Probably. You think they're gonna res here?
I think they. Well, I think TM is definitely going to res. I think we're going to see things eat a fair bit.
I don't even want to look in the south. Like, Sash, Coochie, I'm sorry, guys. I don't care what you're doing. None of it matters. All right, you'll matter in about 10 minutes from now.
I'll have a quick look. I'll let us know what's going on there. Sash built a vehicle lab and then decided on the bot lab after taking 3 mexes and a solar, and Coochie has just built 6 solars and 1 mex. That is your reporter reporting in.
All right, we'll check back in about 15 minutes once this has been decided in the north. Emre's stopping to make LLTs. I wonder if that's... I feel like you just...
Probably not necessary. I think you just sprint to those mexes and those mexes are taken.
Oh man,
And
nobody's...
TM is eating everything at the moment. I'm interested to see if they started rezzing the poison arrow, but they probably didn't have the energy for it yet.
Yeah, the energy cost of
they
a lot of this is gonna be kind of brutal.
They were trying to eat the tremor.
You know, Kings has really dumped a lot of metal into these incisors and have a pretty large army advantage here, but like TM is doing a good job keeping this res bot alive.
Yeah, and at some point I think they go back and actually start rezzing anything. But the metal production is currently heavily favoring Kings. Like, this is actually a problem.
They've secured far more
Autopilot's
metal.
gonna lose the con. Or the res bot.
I mean,
This is
there's-
actually looking really good for Kings at the moment. Metal produced, they're just so far ahead. But there is a poison arrow currently being revived. They don't really have the energy to do
No,
this
they really don't. It's
efficiently.
gonna be a bit to get this this poison arrow res. If they can get it, it'll be quite powerful, as it doesn't look like Kings is opting to res anything. But I
mean, it's like a mini Fat Boy, right? If you can get it. But they need more energy. I think Sash needs to just be dumping more solars down at the moment. But he is taking out more mexes than Coochie. If this game equalizes, it's really good for TM, but... Okay, the poison arrow is about to come up.
Yeah, I don't know how Kings deals with that. They do have an air lab. I suppose it's you can Shuri it, and
This
that
is
pretty
Shuri
powerful, but-
resistant, isn't it? It's an amphibious unit. so
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
difficult.
It's like
We do
8%,
see-
I think.
Genetics sneaking around the outside, and he could get into the back line here. Okay, Kilo drew a line of exactly what he thinks is going to happen with those, and I think he's correct.
Interesting. I do see Kings is actually expanding way more aggressively in the north, but Sash is kind of offsetting that in the south as that.
Yeah, Sash is currently hard raiding Coochie and denying almost everything. Even looks like the con might go down. Coochie just cannot expand.
Kind of a weird situation where we have an actual real 1v1 happening in the south, as this is just the chaos is happening in the north.
The poison arrow is steadily picking away. The incisors, they are getting a radar up. The incisors are approaching, but they have a lot of units moving to support. And this is slowly equalizing, and the army value is moving heavily into the favor of PM. Metal production still favoring Kings though, but massive army also just got given over to Greco to defend against the raid. Don't think it's going to find any damage, but counter raid coming in. There is an air lab out from Domino, but currently only to take mexes because Kuchi is just locked in his base. Sash is not letting him out.
Definitely looking like a sketchy situation here for Kings. They got a lot of the reclaim, and they are up 4K metal, but this lack of mexes is, I think, going to hurt them, actually. Good raid from Genetics. If he goes south with these incisors, there is nothing to defend this.
They probably don't even realize how far expanded.
Yeah, Sash is very far ahead.
This is a big pick by the Shurikens. Shuris are devastating, yeah. What wonderful units. The Poison Arrow has completely smashed through the lane. Fully open now.
That's been a long time since this unit has had relevance, but I think we're seeing it now, why the Poison Arrow rushes used to be a thing, as they just totally are dominant versus tier 1 units.
You know, big catch here. Lot of army going down. I do think they need to make a plan to get an air lab out to deal with this massive Shuris that is being assembled. But this front line is looking like a serious problem for Kings at the moment. They are being pushed back everywhere. But Sash is being counter-raided extremely brutally.
There's just no answer for this Poison Arrow.
Yeah, it is up to 20 kills nearly. Sash has managed to push back, but this has allowed Kuchi to start breaking out of the contain that he was in. Commander going down, I believe that... Oh, interesting. 8D for Panda, but Autopilot, Greco, and Teriyaki all in the area. Oh!
Emre's doing it. If he lands on this PA, it wasn't reacting. He gets the D-gun. Very important.
He is going to 100% go down if they get in range to start lasering him. And the problem is the mexes are going to start going down. These are big 3.6 per mexes. And they are not going to stop this. I don't see how they even stop this walk forward at the moment with Emre's comm being here. T2 is out though, actually. I did not see this. T2 is out for TM.
I mean, Kings is up 6K metal, right? This 6K metal has to go somewhere. They've been raiding Sash. Sash is actually getting surrounded by incisors, but I mean, it is incisors. There should be no way that Sash dies here.
Yeah.
But this tier 2 transition should...
The army value is so brutal. They can probably dive this, honestly.
We have to see a tier 2.
Sort of a clash on this.
From TM soon.
Threes are messing up TM's side defense, though. There's so much metal on the map as well. I kind of think... Okay, we get a dive in here. Pretty good defensive play by Emre, keeping the Quaker alive, probably.
Oh man, these Quakers getting good hits. And looks like... Oh, it's going to live. Wow, I thought for sure that Quaker was going to die there. Tier 2 does go down.
TM has a massive resbot ball. Skag is currently walking around like a gremlin everywhere.
As Skag is known to be, but a nice attack on the backside of TM here. Going to pull a lot of units this way.
Feels like TM needs to go air, and if they're not careful, they're actually losing their map presence. And they don't have T2. They are going for T2 lab at the front. On bots, interestingly enough.
Oh, they really need to respect the Skag walk here. I mean, the Fat Boy is getting made, and it is coming out.
Is Kilo fast enough to block him or not?
It's super close.
Tell. I think he's barely sneaking past.
I think the
but
units
that's a lot
will
of
be
medium
enough,
tanks.
right?
The medium tank should be enough.
And the LLT.
And
yeah, just trade, I think, is definitely the play here. That's... Oh, wait, auto?
I mean, this is just 2,500 metal back for TM. They're not complaining. They've mostly secured themselves. And somehow, even after all the pressure that Sasha had to deal with, I feel like he comes out far ahead in his side.
If we look at the map, TM is missing a pretty solid chunk of their tier 1 mexes, but if you look at metal produced, you can tell they have definitely recovered. No longer are they 7K behind.
So Emre is flying forward. Oh, is Emre going to be able to pull this
No.
drop off if he gets here? He could just walk it though. Oh, he's trying to chase the he's trying to chase the fat boy. He's not going for the lab.
I think he goes for yeah, for sure. I don't know if he.
Now it's too late. I don't know if he makes it in time. I don't think he
There's
does.
too many LTs.
That
Oh my!
Barely,
He was
barely,
so
just
close.
in front. And I think that's game breaking because now the Quakers are out of position with no cover as the medium tanks come back.
Otto almost dies there.
And we can't even look at the rest of the map. Sash is in a massive multi-front war against two different players.
Emre hitting them with a give calm. That's what you know. If anybody is gonna say that, and you're gonna immediately give the commander, it's definitely gonna be Emre.
Yeah, do they have a radar? Okay, yeah, the fat boy is going to start hammering these Quakers, and the medium tanks are going to get onto them.
Oh.
And that is a lot of Quakers going down. A fat boy might go down pretty soon.
It
But
should.
metal production has now shifted over to TM's favor, and army value is 70% in their advantage. And there is just a swarm of units moving out onto the rest of the map. If they go up that hill and start denying the mexes and dive Domino's base...
That
no,
boy!
Emre got hit in the air by the fat boy shot!
Oh my God! It's.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I don't know either. That was actually beyond unlucky. I don't even know what to say. The fat boy anti-aired him.
As he sees the... Exactly. No, I have also never seen that, yes.
Wow, that was kind of
I-
crazy. Okay.
Because it wasn't the transport that died, it was the comm that died to the shot. That was wild.
I think
Big
it actually.
Lincoln by-
No, I think it did kill the transport, but it hit the comms like feet, and the transport was one shot. So the transport died to the AOE. I think is what just happened.
No, but the transport can survive a bunch of shots from the fat boy.
It was like
Heavy
5% health, that transport. It was super low.
Oh, that'd been it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, okay.
that was the same one
The
he
comm was
used
at like
earlier.
20% health, which is why I'm not sure.
I don't know. It really could have gone
I'd
either
have to
way.
go see that. Someone go do a photo finish on that play.
That was crazy.
Big leak by Skag going to cause a lot of damage here. Very annoying.
Skag's getting some pretty good damage. Yeah, like getting these sellers, turning them off, and forcing a lot of reinforcements to go deal with them.
But the problem is just the rest of the map is kind of collapsing everywhere. And once TM starts putting on ticks, these Spanishers are going to start struggling into the fat boys, and the Mex denial is brutal. Coochie is just being absolutely kept off the map by Sash. And all the expansion in mud is going down.
Do you think the Quakers were the wrong choice? That was like, what, 10, 15 Quakers? I mean, it just kind of ran into
Yes,
Fat Boy.
probably because there wasn't enough support for them.
Ooh, Greco gonna go down here.
Greco goes down. TM needs to be careful. Their comms are very far forward. TM down to 3 comms, 2 for Kings. But one of the comms is converting into a base, and Sasha's comm is like cut off behind lines. I don't know where the other comm is. It's at their TT lab.
Now, Teriyaki getting really good comm walk there. We saw him going earlier, and he absolutely just deleted an entire base of Kings.
Yeah, he's fully destroyed Domino's base at this point. And I wonder if he just walks in and tries to take out all these solars.
It's a
But Kings is being just choked off the map. They have almost no bases left, no expansions anymore.
It's a very strange situation in the south here. Looking at Sash just totally surrounded.
There is a pounder wall approaching him slowly.
But it's like, yeah, it's core vehicle, right? Like, this is maybe one of the worst labs in the game to try and snipe a commander. It's really gonna
But he is being
struggle.
corralled by multiple LLTs behind him, but he has multiple LLTs to defend him, so it's... I think he's going to go down, in all honesty.
Yeah, for sure. It's just really how much is he gonna take with him. A good D-gun's
Actually,
here.
no, is he?
I mean, the Pounders
know.
probably can kill him with the incisor flank, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be kind of messy.
Honestly, he should just run away from the pound.
Yeah, just, I mean, as sad as that is to
Just
say, but...
Commander destroyed.
Now Teriyaki goes down, it looks like,
Okay.
to a Banisher in the north. I wanted to see if Sash
That's-
dies, but he's somehow buying, like, infinite time here.
He's not even de-gunning a lot. There he goes down. So one comm left for TM, but it is very safe. It is at their lab. Tremor coming out. That is definitely a choice.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's in response to the sharpshooters, right? Like, what else do you build with core vehicle into mass sharpshooter?
I guess so. I don't know if they have enough.
It's not great. You know, it's one of these situations where the situation's not great, but what can you do? You know, you're kind of committed.
I do think that TM should be trying to revive one of these comrades that they have close to them just to be safe.
Skag getting
That also
crushed.
feels like that's Skag finally being pushed back, but Skag has a lot of units moving forward. I feel like at some point TM just needs to pull the trigger and try to go forward and deny everything.
Yeah, I mean, the Tremor is definitely going to be the awkward position here. As we kind of saw this yesterday, right? That how do you fight into this with the bot lab? I feel like you don't really have a good comp for this to fight into Tremors like this.
Yeah, but that was Cortex bot lab,
That's
right?
true as well, yeah.
If you send in ticks and just distract the banishers as much as you can get pretty decent walks in.
This guy gonna get that. Oh, just barely doesn't get that max. Unfortunate. These are all very expensive 3.6 maxes. Having these tier 2 is huge for
but
TM.
unfortunately for Kings, even with all of those, even with this fight back, their position is looking dire. They're at 200% army value versus 26k metal versus about 10k, and every metric is just moving heavily into the favor of TM. And we know once TM gets a lead,
yeah, they really don't
there are
tend to lose it.
problems.
You know, we talked about like the reclaim early, and if we zoom out and look at this, how important that reclaim is early, but then like 15 minutes we check in with the south. If you look at the south, there's kind of one color here just totally dominating.
Tash just got so far ahead of Kuchi of the early game, and even with the raid leaking down trying to hit Sash, Kuchi just could not recover. And Sash is off the map pretty much, and Kuchi is on his little island, and I think he's going to get knocked off that little island real soon. There's units in the back of King's base from Teriyaki just taking out more mexes, denying more area. Gag is unfortunately unable to make any progress on the top side. And if TM can successfully stop these 3 banishers and a tremor, I don't know what Kings has left.
Just
Kings
barely.
is causing damage, killing the fat boys, taking out the sniper, but
Now what
they've
do you
also
do?
lost the rest of their army. Yeah. Now the medium tanks are running at the banishers, and Domino is right there.
Domino could be D-gunning this. I feel like you give it to Emre. There you go. That's who you want to be doing the D-guns.
The true D-gun king.
The Kings really needs these 3.6 maxes. Having these denied all this time while TM has their own 3.6 maxes, they have multiple fusions. It's just getting worse and worse for them. It's already a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, metal per second is down to 30 metal per second. It is dire. There is pretty much no chance. GG's.
Well,
Very nicely played by TM, just absolutely playing a bit of a slower start, but just grinding out that win and
I don't
taking
even.
an impressive 4-1 win.
I feel like it was actually just straight up off of the south. Like TM was down 7,000 metal after the reclaim phase. 7,000 metal is kind
But
of
they did have a poison arrow.
They
They
did.
did have a poison arrow, and that poison arrow put in a lot of work.
I actually wonder if it was the Quaker choice. I wonder if they made like the same metal and Quakers in like a Tsar. All of a sudden, you're fighting those fat boys, right? All of a
I
sudden,
think one thing that we never saw was the shurikens getting committed onto a main fight.
yeah.
And those shurikens were deflecting like raids, and they got really good trades, but I don't think we ever saw res bots coming out either. And it's difficult to actually measure mass value with res bots as well, I imagine. And it's hard to say. I'm not sure. It looked to me like Kings came out of that early game with an advantage, but at some point, that poison arrow push just started rolling, and they had to go Quakers to counter it.
Did they
And those
though?
Quakers looked like they did well, they chose to go Quakers to counter it.
But the thing is,
rephrase that, they could have banished it, which might have been better.
the Quakers didn't
But
even
I
kill
don't
it,
think
though.
there was ever enough support, right? True, Emre just flew in and degunned it.
Yeah, Emre literally flew in, degunned it, and then, like, they swapped to making Quakers to fight... What? Like, that point, the Fat Boys hadn't even been made? They were fighting Tier 1? I don't know. Kind of
I mean, the
surprising to me.
Quakers sound like a good idea, though. Like, they sound good against T1 units, but it kind of felt like the Quakers just never had the support to push forward. There was only 1 or 2 comms with them at most at any time, and then when they got advanced, they were supporting a comm and a transport, and that comm gets taken out, and they're just isolated, and there's no T1 unit supporting them, and they're just mobile artillery pieces against medium tanks and Fat Boys. So they die. It's like the worst matchups they could have, and I'm not sure where it all went wrong. I mean, Sash definitely stepped up, though. Sash freaking controlled that cell.
Speaking of,
Hello.
we do have a Sash.
Hello.
Is it only you two? Only you two gonna represent TM?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna message my guys to see if they're gonna join.
Yeah, whole band is coming.
Good. I imagine
Hold
you
on,
guys are feeling pretty good after a nice little 4-1. You know, Hell's somehow like right on point with that prediction.
I knew I shouldn't played League of Legends map again.
Sure.
Yep, definitely
Put all
correct.
your head.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it.
It's a funny thing, considering we only lost on a map we haven't practiced or played or trained or anything there. So it's pretty awkward. But I think there were just, well, we did not read the map state perfectly to the point where we know what to do. And we just did some stupid mistakes, I guess. That was the key.
Yeah, we lost their control to
But also, yeah, respect to them. They play really good. And that game, they just crashed us, to be fair. The D-guns were insane. That was cool. I
we
wanted
were
to do it
wondering-
on Cape Pilot as well, but
There's
it did
one
not
that
work out
came
well.
with gunships. So
Yeah, it was kind of an
What
interesting
do you
like
guys
follow-up, right,
have
to
to
the
say?
to the transport play to go into Wasps, and it just kind of just constantly hammer you guys on that map. I think Hells and I were joking around a bit at the start, but I'm actually kind of curious. You guys didn't actually practice every map, right? Did you go through 157 maps and come up with a build? Like, surely
all
no.
maps, but not this one.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's mostly all maps. We just
That's
knew
crazy.
the key for every map, kind of.
Yeah.
So like we know what to do, what the initial strat is, and then when we go into the map, we kind of talk it over, and it's usually me and Auto just say what we do exactly, and that's what we kind of do.
Well, I mean, I kind of looked like that. It felt like that a bit. There was definitely looking like a lot more prep. It was hard to tell if it's prep or if it's just, you know, TM just being TM, you know, and just having usually pretty clean builds. But
It's just there's like such a consistent idea in the play. Like you guys are all playing towards the same sort of objective, and no one's really wasting resources, but no one's doing nothing either. So generally, it works really well.
Yeah, taking some ticks and micro also gets big volume.
Yeah, it's been kind of a
for sure.
big challenge to find something for everyone to do, because some of these maps are so small that breaking up armies and stuff will actually hurt you. But yeah, we're focused on making sure that all 6 players did something at some point.
yeah, it makes sense, right? You know, you gotta use that APM if you have it. Though Slick, I have to say, where was the content, man? All right, where was the comm drops? Come on, where was the crazy plays? We talked
They
about
gave us
this.
com drops on
The
Cake
com drop
Pilot or whatever it's
mexes.
called.
It was a macro play. What is
They
this?
did their best.
Yeah.
They're not coochie com dropping.
Oh my god.
We knew Kuchi's team would bring the content, and all we had to do was kind of survive.
Wait,
it,
That's
so-
true.
LDM,
That's
you
true.
have to
Yeah, they
understand,
played
both
great.
games, I was telling my team, let's do com drop, let's do com
Thank
drop.
you,
We just
like,
never
come
really
on.
done it.
Come
We just
on.
never really done it. It was unfortunate.
Like,
I do actually have a
something.
question though about the Barrier Reef game where they pulled off the com drop onto Chisato's main base and took out pretty much everything. How do you decide what happens in that case? Because I think most teams would have fallen apart after that. But you guys just simply moved over to autopilot space and it barely looked like it affected you? And you won.
That's just kind of tons of practice. We've been talking a lot about stuff like after initial eco, what we do after we lose stuff, any economy buildings or build power. In that game, the main base was Shizato, yes, so he's making more BP because he's plein air. But eventually, Auto will also like take over that side and play with BP there. But when he saw that there is nothing on Chisato's base, he just knew what to do. And well, he's our macro player, our main macro player, so he knew what to do. And it's not hard, I think. He just dropped lots of conturets and it worked, considering we had a lot of tile scaling, I suppose. I didn't really look at that game that closely, but I think that's what happened. Yeah, that's just throughout many games of scrims practice where one player dies or one player is not capable of doing something. For example, if the main plan, for example, we had Esker Creek Scrim, where the main plan was for Auto to go tier 2, but it did not go well. But also we adapted, and Spody, for example, went tier 2 himself on North, seeing that Autopod is not capable of doing it himself. So it's more like just adapting and trying to eventually react to anything that happen.
Nice, yeah. I mean, that sounds like a really good team at that stage.
We need more tourneys with random maps. It was actually cool. Even Screaming were amazing, better than usual, because we just practice, 5 maps and here every day, every map.
Is that like a pretty general consensus, you think, from you guys have been way more active recently. What do you think about a tournament like this with, this level of just maps, just 150 maps and it's just randomized? Does it feel a little bit more fun than a normal one, or what do you think?
I think it's fun. I liked it a lot.
No?
It's nice for viewers as well, because I think when a team is not really prepared for some random ass map, it's cool. They're like trying to adapt, trying to create the strategy from nothing basically. All the plays are like just basically the entire game is trying to adapt to whatever is happening in the game, and that's really nice. That's what makes the team great, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I just want to add, because the map pool has to be so big to discourage preparation, some of the maps that are included are not very competitive, like Ancient Vault, for example. Also, Ancient Bastion Remake, that map is in the pool. There are some maps that I don't think have a place in the tournament, so maybe for the next one, we select 10 to 15, but keep them hidden until the day of the tournament.
Ooh, I like that.
That could be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe qualifiers play on one set of maps and then your finals or your final set of days play on a different set.
Just
so
be
there's
prepared.
No, in between prep.
You're gonna show up. And
It's an interesting idea.
It's gonna be 15 different types of hot stepper. Just wait.
We didn't play any metal map. That was boring. I thought we will have metal Iceland or that metal plate, or how they call it.
I think there was a game played on Full Metal Plate, but we didn't watch it.
It was in the qualifiers, right? Wasn't it Kings? They got to play. I swear
think
I
Kings
saw it.
might have played it. I know we saw some team was playing on Full Metal Plate, and we were like, oh, we wish.
Yeah,
But
if only.
I played in Screams versus Pro, I think, on metal Islands.
Wait, really? You guys scrim full metal plate? That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
It was quite fun.
It does sound like it would be kind of fun. All right, well, guys, Pretty fun tournament. Honestly, pretty fun to watch. I think I know we enjoyed it, but unless Hells, you got another question, I think we can call it there.
No, I'm good. Just congratulations
Yep.
and good job.
Yep. Nice
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks.
guys. Are we getting star chefs, by the way? Is any anyone has an idea?
You know, who knows? Honestly, who knows? We'll leave that up to a surprise. But
Okay.
yeah, I think with that, I'm just gonna swap over real quick. And those of you that may not know, we had a $600 prize pool for this tournament, and it came at the behest of really one donator, Chaos. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. It looks like I'm saying his name right. He basically solo funded this tournament, so we gotta give that man our thanks. Appreciate him for giving us anything. I mean, that being said, it's bar. You know what? We've played tournaments with no funding before, but it's always fun when there's a little bit of money on the line. But yeah, I think with that, I think we're gonna call it, and hopefully we will see you guys in the next tournament. I know. I think the next one is BPL is coming up in I want to say a week. Don't take my word for that. I think it's something like that. But
Yeah, it's in a week.
oh, there you go. Look, Sash, I'm sure will be playing it. Maybe Sash.
No, I'm not playing.
Oh, come
I gave up
on.
on 1v1.
What are you doing? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Slick, maybe though. You know, BPL.
Yes, I will be playing. Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. All right. Well, that'll be it for us today, guys, and maybe we'll see you in the next tournament.
Yeah, thanks for turning. See ya, guys.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.